Hello and grand rising, and I want to thank you all for coming out to next case with Queen Tulsa. Today we are going to be going through discovery. There is a case of Jaguar Wright, the Mod Squad versus the people. Okay. And we are going to be going over some discovery. We do have one witness that will be chiming in today. And as we go ahead and get into that, we have our royal juror in here, Judy Coles. Thank you for being on the juror's bench today. We want to thank you, and everybody has been sworn in. So without further ado, here is our first witness. Is there an Ayasha Lachey Bay in the back?
Yes, great rising.
Great rising to you as well. Thank you so much. And you do have some discovery and you have been sworn in, correct, Mrs. Bay?
Yes.
Okay, absolutely. All right. So, Mrs. Bay, go ahead and address the courts on why you are here and what evidence that you'll be sharing today.
Well, great rising, jury. I would like to discuss all the things that I'm seeing that's going on. We're going to start off with Monday, which was March 4th, and basically how everything took place and where it stemmed from before
Mhm.
before March 4th. Like, how did it get to this point where we at now? And if we could pull up some documents, some receipts. Matter of fact, let me, because I wrote down my notes. Let me just gather up my documents that I want to present.
Okay, absolutely.
Okay, so go ahead. Let me pull this up. I'm gonna mute myself for just.
Okay. And I'm just going to welcome everyone to the courtroom. We just ask that you all turn off your cell phones. And if you do have to take a call, please step out and do so in the lobby. I'm not trying to find anyone in contempt of court today. So we kind of need you guys to kind of be on, we want you guys to respect the courts. You know, we just want you to respect the courts. We're going to be playing some discovery from Mrs. Bay. And this is the discovery that Mrs. Bay is presenting to the courts today to see if we are going to recognize it and add it in the books. Okay. So as we go ahead and wait for these documents to transfer over, we will be uploading some documents. Okay. Now, first things first, if Jaguar Wright is out there, we will be providing a link. I know Mrs. Messy Madas, these are, I guess, Missy Madas is a witness. So we have okay, she's a witness. And then it's Jaguar Wright, my squad. Okay. And there is, I guess it's Now, who's the love? I mean, who's the individual that Jaguar was attached to? Her partner. Hi, Nita. Nita Rivera. Hi.
Yeah, you said who's the partner that she was attached to?
Yeah.
Kiara Henderson by the name of Sip, aka Mississippi.
Okay.
So I would like to bring up something in the backdrop. Let me just make sure I am on point and it's right there. So give me 1 second, Judge. Peace to the chat.
Absolutely. And so that name was Sip Kiara Henderson. Do I have that correct? Okay. I just got the documents. Okay.
Yes. Hold
Got
on
it.
a second, love.
All right. And there is a Scatty on the docket. Is she an attorney or is she one of the victims or is she on the plaintiff side?
I guess she's a wannabe victim. Okay, I'm going to pull it up.
Okay. Oh, there's an echo. You got us in the background?
Yes, I do.
Okay. If you could just mute us in the background so we can get a nice, clear. Okay. All right. So we have a Kimbella Smith. No, a Kimbella Ellen Smith. Kimbella Ellen Smith.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that is.
Melanie, the biting champ. Maybe this is another docket. Okay. Ignoring opinions. Do we have ignoring opinions in the building? Okay, we're just going through the docket, everyone. We're going through the docket. Thank you all. Okay. Do we have a high consciousness in the building? Not sure. Okay, that might be the next docket. Um, is there a Bridget in the building? Bridget? Do we have a Bridget in the building? Okay. We're just getting all the witnesses together.
Okay, it's in the back.
Okay. Okay, there's an echo, Mrs. Bay. What if you have us playing in the background, you've got to log out of that so it doesn't so the broadcast can pick up the content that we're going to bring. Okay, here we go. And we are going to play this, all right? And does this
I don't have
live
nothing else in the backdrop playing.
it has music in the backdrop?
No, I have nothing else.
Okay, okay. Okay, go
Do you
ahead.
know?
Okay, so Mrs. Bay, this particular evidence that you are bringing up right now, what is this in reference to?
This is in reference to the fallout with Mrs. Cat and Jaguar Wright.
How about this going?
Say it again.
You have the live playing in the background.
Yeah, I don't have it nowhere on my side. Let me see. Hold on a second. Yeah, I closed everything down.
Wait, drop out and then come right back in.
Okay.
Okay. All right, and we'll just wait. We'll actually just wait. We're just gonna wait. Give us one moment. Actually, this will give you guys time to go ahead and like the video, like, share, and subscribe, and we will be right back. Okay. All right, and we are back. All
How
right, so court is back in session. We have Miss Ayasha Lachey Bay is on the stand. All right, Miss Ayasha, we have the evidence. Let me go ahead and pull it up. Now, what particular piece of evidence is this that we are looking at?
so this is March 3rd. Miss Cat had a Get It Off Your Chest Monday on March 4th. Before that day, everything was fine. Everything was cool. Jag had mentioned the fact of how the relationship got out. I'm just gonna play it. I'm gonna play it. Everything was fine before March 4th. As we all know, that has been going around town. That Miss Cat and Mr. Sip has been messing around, which Jag knew that wasn't true. She knew that wasn't true, but she had just wanted to say, here we go.
Before I head back into the studio, I do have one thing that I do want to say though, regarding Big Homie Sip. Kiara, I love you. I wasn't expecting to love you the way I do. I never expected for you to fall in love with me either. But I love you more than you'll ever know.
Okay, could you let me, who's the gentleman speaking, Mrs. Bay?
And I hate
That is not a gentleman. That is Miss Jaguar, right?
Oh, okay. So this is Mrs. Jaguar Wright. And who is she speaking of?
She's speaking to Sip right now. And she's basically explaining to her audience and to
Is that
him.
is that Mr. Henderson?
Yes, that's Mr. Henderson.
Okay, so we'll refer to him as Mr. Henderson in the
Okay.
court.
She's explaining to him how she loved him. Now, when her and Sip first started talking, I guess he wanted to keep it on a hush hush. For whatever odd, strange reason, he wanted to keep it on hush hush. I really didn't know that they were keeping it on a hush hush because of how their interaction was online. And it just seemed like they were together, you know? Didn't think anything of it. I went live one particular day, and Miss Jaguar was on my live, and she basically was playing an audio with H. Tony, I think the name is H. Tony, and
Mm-hmm.
her. And Mr. Sip was on the audio as well. Now, I don't know if the audience knew or whatever the case may be, but when I was listening to it, I was basically saying how he was calm on the audio. He wasn't going off. He didn't have no anger problems. He wasn't yelling, screaming. He was just very calm
Mm-hmm.
on the video. I mean on the audio. So when you'll hear in this one, Jag is explaining how after the live ended that she thought that I should remove that part of me saying that. But then she said she's going to talk to Mr. Sip about it. Mr. Sip told her to leave it on there.
Mr. Henderson.
Mr. Henderson told her to leave it and told me to leave it. She just relayed the message to me that I should leave it only because it was already screen recorded. Somebody in the bushes probably already screen recorded. And what's the point of deleting something when it's already there? So we just left it up. And so as you hear, Mrs. Jaguar will explain that. I'm going to finish playing that.
Okay, let's go.
Hate what all of this has done to our relationship. I hate the fact that we spend our time fighting about strangers.
Okay, let's pause it. Who was attacked? There was an
Ms.
attack.
Jaguar and Mr. Henderson were being harassed online.
Okay, who hit them? Who hit her?
Well, I mean, nobody is hitting nobody because everybody is in different states being a keyboard monster.
Okay, so
And
I don't put out any arrest warrants. I
no,
request.
no, no,
Okay,
no.
okay.
Mm-mm.
All right, go ahead with the audio. I thought I was going to have to lock it up.
Whenever you need me to stop, just let me tell me. Just tell me.
Because all that matters is you and me. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Me and the big homie going through a bad spot right now. It's mostly all because of YouTube. The past plays a factor. If you really love me, Kiabra, then just act like it. Stop letting all these idiots just act like it. You know, everybody keeps. It was really fucked up. I'm gonna share something real with y'all.
Okay, let's pause right
The other
quick.
day,
How is this relevant to the case?
Very, very relevant because before that, before Jag exposed the fact that their relationship was over, this was the beginning of her mentioning that they're in a bad space right now, and basically she was just coming to vent to the audience. You know, so this is
And
where it all comes from.
this is on March the 3rd or March the 4th?
This was March 3rd. And remember, the Get It Off Your Chest Monday was on March 4th.
Okay.
So all this this is the beginning of everything of Miss Cat and Miss Jaguar cat fighting. You know?
Okay, so they were in a kerfuffle.
Say it again?
They were in a kerfuffle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Kerfuffle. Okay, got it.
So this is basically Jaguar about to explain about the panel situation when she was on my panel.
All right, let's get into it.
Oh, one more thing. As we all know, the fallout between Miss Cat and Jaguar, this is all over some damn email. And I have the receipt for that too. I have a receipt of somebody coming forward saying that they sent emails, but let's get into it.
I hear you, no flesh. The other day, me and my old man was talking, and I was telling him how I hated the fact that I had been so transparent with him, and I know it's not something he's used to. It's bizarre, which is why I've been so patient. But I'm talking to my man about how I'm opening up to him about everything, and I'm telling him things that I don't tell anyone. I'm sharing parts of myself with him that I don't share with anyone. And I asked him, why is it so hard for him to do the same with me? And he said, you know how they say on YouTube, they keep saying not to tell you any of my business because if things go bad between the two of us, you're going to use it to destroy me. And it floored me because I said, so you're choosing to keep a wall up in our relationship based off of what a bunch of weirdos on YouTube are saying who don't want.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and speed it up just a little bit. It's a lot of evidence.
So let me ask you this. So was Jaguar and Mr. Henderson, were they ever living under the same roof?
Well, she visited, of course. No, she visited, of course, as we all know that she went to Chicago like a month or so back, and they were being stalked. We had
Okay.
an ex-mob by the name of Kimmy Love, who was in charge at the time.
Okay,
As
hold on. Kim, are we talking about Kim Bella Ellen Smith?
yes,
Okay. So would she be the plaintiff or the defendant in this case?
she will be the defendant, I'm assuming.
I want to make sure I have Jaguar's witnesses and uh, the oh, that was the opera Henderson and
Yeah.
the Kelly. Okay, okay, got them separate. Okay, so everybody's on a team. It sounds like okay.
Yeah, so many fallouts has happened.
So when we talk about the living quarters, are they still living together current day?
No, they aren't. No, they aren't.
Okay, this next piece of information, the next information that you're going to bring forward. Now, what is this pertaining to, and how is it referencing this case?
As far as the video, or
what we're listening to right here. Now, what part did we skip to?
so this part is her basically explaining how she's going to say a content creator. She's going to say another CC, but that other CC was me. So she's about to explain how their relationship got out, because before their relationship got out, YouTube was speculating, and Sip was on the panel every day until the relationship got out, and he got stalked. He got doxxed. His mother was brought into it. His sister was brought into it. And at that point, he just wanted Jaguar to just get offline because his life was in danger. And as we all heard, if we go back and listen to the videos, there were plenty of times where he told her to shut the fuck up and just get offline and just get offline, get offline.
Threats. Were those threats? Did she receive any terroristic threats from that man? Was that so? This man has told her to STFU.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just basically get offline because he didn't feel like, he felt like it was going too far. And it was just too much, it was just very, very too much.
So was she being bullied at that moment?
I think so. I think she was being bullied because she did her best to stay offline, even though she just uploaded old videos. She
Mm-hmm.
wasn't doing live. She was just uploading videos. But for him to tell Miss Jaguar Wright to get offline, I felt it was going to be kind of tough for her to do because that's who you are with. You can't go to the strip club and find a woman of your dreams and tell her to get out the strip
Okay,
club.
okay, Miss Bay. Let's back this thing up right quick. The way you just put it in like fifth gear, and now you are on the gas. We've got to take this thing slowly. So you're telling me a woman that met a man in March, and she went to go stay with him and visit with him, and his longtime girlfriend was around,
No,
and
no, no,
now
no, no,
they
no, no. Actually, she met him before March. Um, Not his longtime girlfriend, his best friend of 10 years. So they say plus. Um, he came on a panel to be her backbone. I guess she was getting bullied by men, so she felt like she needed a man to stand up for her and to combat her battles. And
against men or women, against men or women, or
said
both.
both, I would say.
Oh, both.
Yeah.
During Women's Month. This is March. Let's give all the women out there that are attending court. Now, this is the only time that you could throw your hand up and say hallelujah and amen. I want to happy Women's Month to all the women that have come to court
Yes.
today. It's Women's Month.
Men's month.
Thank you. All right, proceed with the footage.
Okay.
You in my life because they see how your love, how our love humanizes me and how it forces people to look at me in a different way. And you're taking cues from the fucking troll farm. Oh, I ain't trying to be mean, but you can't blame nobody but yourself. This happens every time you bring your significant other on YouTube. I appreciate your relationship. Keep them. Wow. All right, Coopterville. This is going to be a real interesting moment for you. Because usually when like misguided, unfounded accusations are levied against me and I put it on the screen, it's because I intend to make an example out of you. So welcome to Jaguar country. You're about to experience me. You're not trying to be mean, but you can't blame nobody but yourself. What am I blaming myself for exactly? Exactly what is it that I'm blaming that I need to blame myself for? Because I didn't bring our relationship to YouTube. See, I met him on YouTube, so I can't bring somebody.
Right. She said she didn't bring the relationship on YouTube. That was my fault. I slipped and said his name. I slipped and said his name. So I brung their relationship to YouTube, even though it was a lot of flirting and stuff going on, which is, hey, people could flirt, people could say what they want to say and feel how they want to feel. But the fact that everyone knew that they were together was because of me.
Okay,
I'm
so is
literally
is
already.
this the gentleman? Is that her lover? Is that Kawak
Yes,
Qatar?
that's co-op right there. Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
Kiara.
so okay, it says I ain't trying to be
Oh
mean.
no, 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 no. That's a sub. That's a sub.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, I thought
yeah.
you was talking about on the picture.
Okay, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and play it. She about to break out. She about to break it down.
Okay.
Were. That's number one. Number two, I'm not the one that disclosed or confirmed that we were actually in a relationship. Another CC who knew about us in the backdrop slipped up and made a mistake and said something. And as soon as we were done, I asked that person if they could edit it out. But then I looked and I checked and it was all screen recorded. So even if that person had edited it out, it was already going to be out there. And the troll farm we already knew was going to run with it.
All right, Mrs. Bay, give us one moment, right quick.
I
Let's
went to my man and I said,
Go ahead.
somebody.
Go ahead.
Okay, we are going to give an opportunity at some point in this live broadcast. We are live broadcasting on YouTube in this courtroom. And if anybody wants to come up and sit on the jurors box, or if anybody is an attorney in here that wants to sound off on this case, you're going to send us a cash app and you can grace this panel. If you would like to come up here and you would like to be a part of this court's jury on this day, and you can counter anything that the witness is saying today. Send us a cash app, and you can definitely come up on the panel. That sound like a great idea?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody want to come back? We're going to need that cash app. All right. Let's continue with the content.
He made a slip up. What do you want me to do about it? I'll do whatever I have to do. And he said, don't worry about it. They were going to find out about it anyway. It was all going to come out eventually. And I do believe that he.
But you know what? My thing is, Judge, why did he want to keep the relationship quiet anyways when he was with a whole truth teller? He's with a whole woman who exposes things, even herself. So for him to want to keep it quiet was suspect to me, was a red flag to me.
Okay. Okay. So, are you saying that is this stage? Well, is this an act or a play or something? Is this a stage play?
No, it's not. It's real life.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's real life.
Not productions, is it? Because I've heard real life productions come up here and there.
No, no, no.
Okay, just real life. Okay.
It's real life.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He meant every word that he said to me in that moment. I just don't think he took into consideration exactly how fucking relentless these troll bitches are. So see, right there, your first two sentences were just debunked. Don't you feel stupid, Coupe de Ville? Don't you feel dumb? And understand this, I'm a public figure. Whether y'all want to embrace it or not, I am a public figure. I have been famous for 30 fucking years. Anybody that I'm with is going to get shine on them. Anybody that I'm with is going to get shit, which is why I was always so secretive about all of my shit, because how nosy this shit is. But because of social media, no one can hide anymore. So what's the point in doing it to begin with? And more importantly, it doesn't matter what relationship I choose to bring on YouTube. Just because I bring a relationship to the forefront of my life and I acknowledge it, doesn't give YouTubers the right to stalk, harass, malign, defame, slander, and annoy a whole nother human being. Look at that. Just that fast. You spent all that time writing all of that shit just to get banned. Bye, bitch. Fuck you mean.
All right, we're gonna pause right there
Like he doesn't
and
really
let
trust me.
Nita Rivera, we want to thank you. We'll be right back. Thank you all so much for supporting Queen Tulsa, the show, whether it's a like, a share, a subscribe, a Cash App, a PayPal, or a Zelle. Thank you for coming by and watching the show. And this is your commercial for being acknowledged for just being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Without you, who would be watching? Thank you for tuning in. And shout out to our Royal JC. You know who you are. Thank you for the cash out. We just received it. Let's go ahead and see if anybody's in the court that we have just royalty rich. Absolutely. Let's get into it. All right, Tulsa, you're playing this part, honey. Oh yes, listen, we've got to get down to the bottom of it, you know? Oh, absolutely. Hello. All right, let's go ahead and get back into the audio. Now, this part of the audio, Mrs. Bay, what are we referencing, and how is this relevant to the case?
So basically she's just talking about, why hide something when everything needs to be brought to light, there's no need to hide. She has every right to be in a relationship with whoever and whenever she pleases to, and it's her life, and she acknowledges it. And people hate her for acknowledging that she has a relationship.
Okay, so I have a question. So, being the Jaguar and Mr. Henderson, was there any violence that you know of that took place?
There were never no violence, a lot of strong arguments, but we'll tap into that. We'll get into that.
So,
And
no
I also,
harming
no, never,
okay,
no
that
violence.
you
But I
know of.
do, that I know of, no, that I know for a fact.
Okay.
That I know for a fact. But I do want to mention something, that it was said that he was whooping her ass by the ex mod Kimmy, And no one is talking about that. No one is talking about that. You know, so there were allegations that she was had a black eye, that she had a busted lip, and all kind of crazy things right before this situation broke off. So it was like it was in a short time frame, but nobody seems to be talking about that.
Mm. So you're saying that Miss Kimbella showed up with black eyes and she was torn down by Mr. Henderson. Am I hearing you correctly?
Did you say Kimbella?
Yeah, Miss Kimbella,
No,
Elaine.
Miss Jaguar. Miss
Oh,
Kimbella was saying that Mr. Henderson beat Mrs.
Miss
Wright.
Kimbella implied that. Okay,
Yes,
go ahead.
yes,
Mhm.
yes.
I don't think he fully trusts anyone. He's had a hell of a life. If y'all knew half of the shit that he went through, you would feel terrible for what you've tried to do to his mind. It's disgusting. I should be able to live my life like everyone else. Trust is a very, very, very important of every relationship, but I ain't done nothing not to earn his trust. What happened with Night and Day? Oh yeah, I exposed them and busted them as frauds. And they are, and that's why they got to worry about the IRS. They don't want to give me the money that they owe me legitimately off of all of the content they got off of me that they made money off of back in the day, and they making money off of again right now. That's fine. You ain't got to pay me shit, but you gonna pay some fucking body, bitch. And I guarantee you, they gonna ask y'all for more than 50,000 because I know you're not reporting none of them motherfucking products. Number one, none of those products are yours. You're just sitting there shelling off everybody else's shit. None of the products actually come out fucking great. The last fucking 3 packs of them CBD shits that you said I had to repack them myself. Thank God I had my own cigarette machine. I'd have just been mad. I tried to look out for them niggas. And them niggas fucked me over. Want to know why? Because they work for the troll farm. Yeah, I know.
All right, now let's pause right there.
It's funny how everybody got an excuse for fucking me over, but nobody's got.
Go ahead.
Okay, I have a question. How did the IRS get involved in this case? Is there a federal investigation going on that I need to be aware of that we can present to the court?
Now that right there, I'm not really 100% open to speak about because
Okay, well, let's go off into the break room. We're actually
okay.
going to go off into the break room. That is something that we have to discuss. Being here on the bench, I have sworn with my testimony that I would do exactly what I was sworn in to do. So give us one moment. Let's go into the break room, and you all will be right back. Okay, so per the documents, I will not be adding that to this case. That is, I did speak with the uh, proper authorities. And give me 1 second. So, note to dismiss as evidence.
Oh, let me say something real quick. KLG, I'm not insulted by anything you say. You can say whatever you want to say, however you want to say. You could flip it upside down. You could do a cartwheel with it. It doesn't matter. Speak your mind.
Absolutely. And we'll go ahead and drop the link for anybody that wants to come up. I feel like this is a fine
Come on
time.
now.
Huh?
Come on now.
Okay. We'll go ahead and drop the link. If anybody differs in opinion, you have some evidence that you would like to share with the courts, feel free to hit the link. Let's see. All right. All right, Mrs. Bay, can you go ahead and express to the courts why you're here and what message you're trying to convey today? And this is just discovery. We will be adding in more witnesses. And actually, do you have do you have a way of getting the link to Jaguar, or maybe calling her? Maybe would she be willing to speak?
Yes, I could give her a call, but the reason why I'm here today is just to kind of give my point of view of why I think and why I feel and why I see that all of this breakup between Kat, Sip, and Miss Jaguar has appeared in their lives, like why it happened and where it stemmed from. And so this is where I'm seeing where it stemmed from, because before March 4th, online they were fine. Behind the scenes, yes, I know there were arguments and stuff like that. And I know that Jag was expressing herself a lot about the relationship with her and Sip, because she is madly in love with this guy, you
Okay.
know? And yeah, I just wanted to give the audience a view of like what I
So,
feel happened.
so Mrs. Bay, what charges are you seeking? What charges are you seeking from the courts to pursue in the matter of Mrs. Jaguar versus Mr. Henderson?
Stress.
Are you looking for a protection order? Are you looking for a civil matter? I mean, which avenue are you trying to take this?
I would say civil, just it needs to be civil. No protection order or anything like that. I think people just need to leave it alone and let them go through what they're going through. But since they're doing their big one by I guess trying to expose Jazz. If this is all over an email, why didn't you just debunk the emails and move on with your lovely lives? It had to go
Okay.
all this
So is anyone stalking or anyone stalking
stalking who?
anyone? Is anyone stalking anybody?
Yes, people are getting doxxed, people are getting stalked, people phone numbers are being put out there.
And who's doing that?
The troll farm, whoever they are, mad people.
You have a name?
Well, as far as who's getting stalked, I know Sip has gotten stalked. Um, I believe by Miss Kimmy Love on her
Oh,
Mad Day. She put a lot
Kimella
of
Elaine.
yes, she put a lot of people information out there. Um, I do know another person who loves to stalk. She's like an avatar. She's a robot in my eyes.
And who are we referencing?
Danny Robertson.
Okay, so Miss Danny Robinson, you're saying that she's called you?
No, she didn't call me at all. No.
Okay, what does she do?
Just as far as showing locations, old locations, and pausing videos when the camera is up, like your camera. She'll pause it and look at the detail in your back, and it's people in her audience that does weird things.
Okay. So has it affected you? Has it affected your sleep?
Excuse me. I would like to. Has it affected my? No, I sleep very well. I sleep very well. But Audrey T said Ayasha knows everything except about the email. Well, sweetie, Jag said that she received over 200 emails, right? That was about a month and a half ago. Now, they talked about that behind the scenes, which was debunked a while ago. So for that conversation to be that's what I'm saying. It's getting to it in the video. For it to be brung up, we're gonna see how Jag brung it up. But someone came in a chat by the name of Kimfo and said that Jag should not trust Sip and Miss Cat, and he was the one, or she was the one that was
Mhm.
sending emails. Miss
Okay,
Audrey.
so do you think that are these fabricated emails? I mean, I don't want to
I
waste the
mean, I
court's
believe that they are fabricated. I don't believe that Sip and Miss Cat were messing around, but the defense is like, wow, the defense is over the top. So it's like, wow, you're this mad over emails. Are y'all fucking around? Were
Oh,
y'all fucking around?
so should we summons these now what's the young lady's name that you're seeing, the love triangle? Who's the part of this love triangle? Because I'm getting, okay, so from what I'm getting here, I'm gathering, is it Scotty Medusa, there is a Kay Henderson and the Jaguar, right? Are they all in a relationship?
Well, Miss Cat is a best friend. She met Mr. Henderson online on an app called Facebook,
Oh, a
and
dating app. Okay, a dating app.
they met in a roasting group, and I guess they figured they had people in common, and they became friends like that. Now, I know at one point he was living in Mississippi, and then he located to Chicago.
And is there any findings of anything that was left back in Mississippi?
As far as,
Well, you just said that he was staying in Mississippi, then he fled to Chicago.
well, I don't know if he fled, but he moved to Chicago. And love this and that. I kind of figured it wasn't a match, just like her and the other one wasn't a match.
Mhm. So where so when was the wedge drawn? You know, when was the wedge to where it was a separation? When did that happen?
For them, or me seeing the separation for them, which
Well,
one?
okay, I've got to include you in because it seems like this, I don't know, is this some type of cult
No, this
following?
is no code. This is no code. I'm just a good friend and a supporter of Jaguar, right? And I see the things that she's been going through over the past year and the people who've been coming in and out of her life.
Okay. So you're her protector, her handler?
I'm not her handler at all. I don't handle nobody but myself and my children, and I let my children, handle themselves and make the decisions. But I also guide them, so I ain't nobody handler. I handle my business. I'm gonna say
Oh,
that.
okay. So just to make it clear for the courts, this is not, and this is on the record, this is not a cult. This is not
No.
a cult. Okay, thank you. All right. And in this audio right here that we're going to listen to, what is it that we're going to hear next? And how is it referencing and effective to this case?
Well, she's getting to the point where she's basically saying how Kat and Sip, no, let me take that back. She's getting to the point where basically how she was stating that she debunked all the lies and stuff that were coming to her, and how people were coming to her through email saying not to trust them to, and how she didn't believe it. But get it off the chest Monday, it was about the emails. For 7 hours, people were asking about these emails, you know, and for it to be Miss Cat's channel, I felt like she could have controlled her platform in a different kind of way. But it happened, you know.
Mhm. So let me ask you this. Okay, so let's go ahead and play this audio and let's get a little bit more discovery.
Okay, it's a little bit more.
Got an apology when they're busted. I know they don't want to see me happy. But what I will say is this: I don't need to be in a relationship with somebody who would rather listen to the liars who are paid to lie on me every day than believe me when I'm sitting in your face. The day you told me you love me, Kiabra, I asked you, are you sure? You took a moment to think and you said yes. And I said, I love you too. And you got me for as long as you want me. Are we together? I don't know. I'll tell you what I do know. If everybody in my motherfucking life don't stop playing with my motherfucking time and playing on my top and playing on my head, I don't give no fuck who you are. I will deal with you accordingly. If another motherfucker in my life that say they love me lie to me again, I'll fucking burn you to the ground. My response is uniformed for anybody who betrays me. And if you don't want to be held accountable for things that you don't mean or you didn't do, then maybe you should just start doing what you say you mean and what you said you was going to do. Yeah, I know. I thought it was interesting that he paid the super chat to Kimmy. I thought that was a little weird. I mean,
Oh yeah, the super sticker too, or super chat. He basically sent the super sticker to her enemy when they were still together. Don't you think that's kind of odd?
Well, when we talk about enemies, who's the enemy?
Miss Kimmy Love.
Okay, so Kim Bella is an enemy, and she's an enemy because of how?
Well, she fell out and she just started attacking Jag and, saying things about Jaguar. She wasn't a part of the Mod Squad anymore.
Mm. Okay, let's go ahead and get back into that audio. I am putting the I'm getting all this put in, and we do have a little bit more time to go.
Okay.
Okay.
I heard something. See, I don't know because I wasn't at the live. I didn't see it until after. I had no intention of gracing that bullshit with that fucking piece of shit, fucking contract, fucking killer, allegedly. Lying on me. I was not going to grace that with my presence. I just found it funny that you had money for a super chat, but you ain't had $10 to send me to finish making the groceries, and you said you paid all your bills. You paid all your bills. You didn't have any money to put towards the groceries, but you got money to send fucking Fraggle Rock a goddamn fucking super chat? Interesting. Yeah, I know about it. There's not a lot that I don't know. I tell you what I do know. If you love someone, you don't believe strangers before you believe them. If you love someone, no, it wasn't the fake him. He acknowledged that he did the shit. I'm just trying to figure out how the fuck you got money for super chat, but you can't make sure I get $10 to go towards the groceries, because the one thing that is for sure that when we are in each other's presence, I have never left you hanging. I don't give no fuck. Give no fuck what's pissing anybody off.
Okay, let's take a pause right quick. Okay, is there any way that we can get Jaguar Wright on the line, or if we can get her the link?
From the looks of it, it looks like she's live. Hold on real quick.
Okay. Let's take a pause on that. And let's see if we can get Miss Jaguar on the line. All right, let me cut this music up for you all.
Yeah, she's live.
Oh, she's live.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna see if maybe I can call her to see if she can come over, because I mean there's questions that I have to just know. Where did it go wrong? I would love for her to come on this live, and we have Let's see. He sent 4.99. Who sent 4.99?
The super sticker.
Oh, somebody sent the super sticker.
Yeah, Mr. Henderson sent that to Mrs. Kim.
Oh, it was 4.99. Okay, so it's 4.99. And how much was the other one?
I'm not for sure how much. I just know it was the one, the 4.99 too. So
Okay. So give us some more. So when we talk about insight, you are not our handler. You have been here and you have been really following this story from the beginning until current day. Um, what are some things that what are some things that we should know about Jaguar? What are some things that you experienced working with her? I mean, in the Vegas, there were speculation and conversation about Miss Kimbella, and she was interested in some of the people that were on the staff or something in the house. Do you know anything about that? And if so, can you elaborate and tell us?
well, I am not her handler. When I went to Vegas, Kim went to Vegas before me. So we kind of like missed each other. She left before I got there. And I met, the people working around her. And they're all great people. And Miss Jaguar, she's just a great person. And she's beautiful in person. She's just everything as far as I could see. Um, But as far as the relationships that I've heard about Miss Kim Burrell, I heard that she was lit, during her visit. She was very lit. There were empty bottles still remaining at the house from when she was present. Um, yeah, I mean, I really don't know too much, but other things I guess did take place while she was there. Her having a lot of fun. Me, as far as working with Jaguar, she wants to relaunch her Philadelphia, so she wants to get that back up and running. She's working on that right now. She's been in the studio and the podcast. She's been working on a podcast and also Profits Plus, getting those things up and running and getting those rooms open. That's pretty much what I've experienced when I was there. She was really busy doing a lot of running around. So yeah. I also know that she's working on the case of the Keefe D, the Tupac trial. So I know she's a part of that. Your mic.
Okay, sorry about that. So about the Keefe D situation, do you think? I mean, how is that going for Jaguar?
Um, well, she hasn't spoken about it too much lately.
Okay. So have you been okay, so as far as like the podcast, because I know in the notes here it says that there was a podcast deal going on. Did anybody did anybody and Danny Robertson is a truth teller. And let me just say this. A lot of people they may not like certain creators, and I'm okay with that. But I just feel like everybody brings something to the table, right? And we have to acknowledge where you can get some information here, you can go and get it up here, you can go to get over there, and you can kind of piece it together. So, a lot of people may not like the strategy, but the numbers don't lie, you know?
I I personally don't like her is because she gave out my personal information to someone and had the police sent to my house along with CPS.
Oh, really?
Yes, really.
Danny Beyond? Yes, she does. I think the sweet lady only knows what Jag is telling her, and she's
Jag,
telling,
Jag ain't
you know,
telling me shit. I'm seeing with my own eyes. Jag is not telling me shit. That's one thing y'all got messed up. Oh, y'all should don't have a mind of our own. I have a mind of my own. That's why I'm still here standing. Cause I got a mind of my own. Ain't nobody got to coach me and telling me shit. I'm a grown ass woman. The fuck? Excuse my language, Judge.
well, listen here. We're just, we're
For
just
me,
here.
I'm right. She could spit me out. She could put it back in her mouth. She could keep my name in her mouth and do whatever she want to do with it. Cause it ain't stopping me. It sure the
Mhm,
hell ain't stopping me. She ain't gonna pull up.
yeah. Now, for those that are saying objection, Jag is a lie teller, not the truth teller. What would you say to that?
Okay, what have she lied about?
Yeah, please just elaborate.
Like
Y'all,
that's what I want to know. Y'all want to say she's a liar, but what have she lied about? Everything like what?
yeah.
You sound like an abuser. You're up here abusing a woman verbally with your words. You are an abuser. You're verbally abusing a woman because she's on here expressing her life, explaining her life, and she's also to tell on herself. She's telling on herself. So what? We will find out if there is if she is with child a few weeks from now. So she says she haven't had her period. So we will find out weeks from now.
I'm gonna try to give her a call right now and see if she can come over and kind of debunk some things because the I mean the jury is they want to speak. Do you guys think that we should call Jaguar and get her over here to court? Should I summons her to court? Okay, we have Nene Johnson. Hey, Nene Johnson, give us 1 second. We're gonna add you up. And listen, when you guys come on, let's just be respectful.
Hey, Tulsi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine. You look good, girl.
Thank you
You
so
look
much.
good, Miss Judge. You look good. But let me tell you something. She is compromising the integrity of your courtroom, honey. She is. She's lying respectfully. I love you, Tulsa. Bye, baby.
I love you. Oh, well, what do you say to that?
Who was that? A troll?
That was one of the jurors. They hopped up off the juror box and ran up here,
I know she ran. That's what she ran. She didn't
laid
run.
an egg,
Mm-hmm.
laid an egg, and that's why we need Jaguar over here because I feel like it will be fair because then we'll have her, I can ask her a question, have her debunk it, and we'll do it in a safe place because this is court.
No,
No,
Red Bone. I'm sorry, love. Red Bone Girl Army Wife. She said, "Do you know who sent CPS to your home? Are you just guessing?" I'm not guessing. Danny Robertson said it herself out her mouth that she gave my information away to somebody. She said it out her mouth.
so let me ask you this. Have you did you watch the video last night about Jack and her son?
On whose channel?
It was on her channel.
On Jack's channel or Danny's channel?
I believe it was on Jack's channel. Yeah, it was Jack's channel. Let me see, let me see.
Well, I know Jack didn't go live last night. I know she was out having a great time.
Uh-huh. So what would you say that Jack's relationship is with her son current day?
I know she loves her son. I know she's frustrated about the BS and people contacting her son, which is weird as hell to me. Like let them be, like leave her family alone. Let her deal with how she deal with her family. Don't nobody tell y'all how to deal with y'all family. Or do y'all tell your friends or your sisters or your uncles or your brothers how to deal with their family? Because I'm pretty sure they going through shit themselves.
Oh, so you know what? It was on Cat's channel. She went live, I guess, on Cat's channel.
Jag?
Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, you know what? Give me 1 second. I've got something to bring up. And I've this is some audio, child. What do y'all think about that dude? Oh my god, this dude is like a whole itch, you know? What is that dude's name? Give me a second. Okay, no, so it's not there. Okay, so I don't know if you guys know that Sib has a recording of Jag and Sam Jr. talking. What do you say to that? Give me
Now
1 second.
I've heard I've heard snips and clips, but I'm gonna say this. Now, Jag knows that Sip recorded that because she said that she didn't have both her phones, and she wanted to basically talk to her son and get his statement because at the time people were going to Sam doing interviews with him. So she basically wanted to talk to him to ask him like if he did the recording with a said content creator, and just like basically like why, like basically stop talking to these people really. So Jag asked Sip to record on from his phone, but did she know that he was gonna like get mad at her and expose it to these people? Like that was for her to do that, but he took it upon
Listen,
himself. Go ahead.
I'm Miss Mojo. I need the timestamp. I'm about to play that, but I need the timestamp though. I feel like that is very relevant right now. That is a big detail in this case. Let me see. If somebody can find me the timestamp on that. Um, okay.
Trust me, I heard
It's
some of it. I heard some of it, Megs. Wasn't you a supporter of Jags too at one point? The flip flopping for me.
here, let's see. Oh my goodness. I have not heard the recording, so this is gonna be my first time listening to it with you all.
Yeah, I've heard some of it, not the whole thing.
Okay. 1 hour and 24 minutes. Is that mark? Okay, 1 hour and 24 minutes. Okay, give it some let me go ahead and bring this up. 1 hour and 24 minutes.
Now, I do want to say I've heard the part where something about an extension card that she said it did not happen to him, it happened to her when she was a child. And all the times that, people tried to talk to him from the time he was little. And, like you're putting a child in this and you're making a child pick between his mother, his father, and people are tearing them apart. So it's like, what do you expect from a child when he's getting questioned and questioned from all different type of angles? And he's an adult now.
Okay.
They repoed. They had a
Are you able to hear
fourplex,
it?
and they
Since you want to talk about the OnlyFans, guess what? You ain't got no card to even get on OnlyFans. So how you gonna get a payment? They don't mail checks. Oh damn, you ain't even got an address either. Damn. Damn.
Okay, you
You ain't got
guys. So
shit.
this is under the Fair Use Copyright Act. We are definitely about to read our disclaimer. Oh, disclaimer, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976 is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. This video was made for entertainment purposes and is transformative in nature. And just a little trigger warning for the people that are sensitive. Viewers be warned, the following program might contain offensive and objectionable adult language. Definitely not suited for a minor. All right.
I would like to say this real quick. Redbone asked me, didn't I hate Jaguar? I did not like her. No, I've always loved Jag from the moment I got on this red app and spoke up for her. But go ahead, Judge.
Okay.
None but shit starting tactic. That's all you got to your name. That's all you got, man. Hey, so you should let me alone. But I ain't done yet, though. I'm just getting started.
Sound like you snacking on something.
Oh,
You
no.
really? It's like you at the movies. You snacking on? You got some popcorn or something?
No, I got some jerk chicken over there.
Okay.
I got some jerk chicken over there.
Snacking real tough.
My bad.
It's all good. You making me hungry now.
Sounded like Jag over there. Sounded like I was just smacking.
Hey, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
All right, I can't really talk, so I'm back on mute. This is y'all. Y'all got it. Let me know when y'all need me to pull some up.
Oh, matter of fact, hey, sassy girl. She on mute.
Sassy, unmute yourself. Sassy, you here?
Okay, so is Sassy Girl? Okay, let me see. Give me 1 second because I know Sassy Girl is going to say her thing. Let me see.
She ain't off limits ours. She don't off limit none of our motherfucking children. None of our
That's
kids are off
true.
limits for her.
That's-
So why
yeah.
the fuck she show up?
But that's why I said I still
Fuck outta
can't
here.
close on it.
Hold on. Let me finish. I'm not calling to this bitch, man. She did not give a fuck when she did it to us.
I get
Sorry,
it.
I'm very passionate when my house
Yeah.
is disturbed.
I get it. And Sam is an adult. And y'all saw the text he sent me. He knows what his mother's angry.
Individual, man.
He know what his mother was trying to do on that that recording. He knows. That text let me know he knew. I mean,
Right.
it's your call, Seth. I'm either way.
How that would look on us. So why the fuck you give a fuck about her? Fuck that shit, man. Play that shit. I ain't trying to hear nothing.
OG,
Yes.
play it.
Seth, I knew you was gonna ask me.
She didn't give a fuck about us at all.
I
She didn't
know.
care what she said. Your daughter, you had something to do with unaliving your daughter's self.
She didn't give a fuck about none of that. I would give that bitch no grace. Fuck that
And
shit.
we know this shit.
I'm at 140, y'all.
I appreciate you asking me to get my advice. You know how I feel, but you're a grown man. I can't tell you what to do. Listen, I would understand and wouldn't be mad either way, but you know how I feel about it because of how I feel about Sam Jr.
Yeah.
So, but I get it. I get it, you guys. I do.
She didn't hesitate when she
and
said
a lot of
some shit about us.
Yeah.
She didn't
True.
hesitate at all.
Right, Kat, and a lot of it, it's gonna sound familiar to the people anyway, but
Okay.
they really got to read between the lines of the master manipulation. I'm not sure how much of 9 minutes is because that's pretty much only what 4-5 what about 4 more minutes would be 13. So at that point, I will say it's up to you guys.
What are you talking about? Are you saying that you forgot that I beat you with an extension cord and Sean Davy Wade reminded you that it happened? Is that what you're saying? No. What are you saying?
What I'm saying is I had that moment in my mind for many years, but I dismissed it because I figured it was just something to let me know how dangerous the
Tell me
area could be.
everything. Tell me everything that happened. No, if you truly remember it, tell me everything that happened. I need to know the day. I need to know where Maddie was when I was beating you with an extension cord. I need to know where Justin was. I need to know what we had for dinner. I need to know what you were wearing. I need to know what I was wearing. I need you to tell me exactly when I went to go get the extension cord and I came back and I beat you. I need you to tell me all of that. Can you do that?
I I can tell some details, but I unfortunately cannot go into extreme autistic details. Why can't? The memory is too far ago. The memory is too far ago. That doesn't make any sense. As intelligent as you are. I understand that I'm intelligent, but honey, listen to me. Do you remember what you were like when you came back? After he threw you out? And we flew you in to Dallas? Do you remember what you were like? I understand that I was... No. I'm not asking you to understand. What did your father tell you? Are you now... Did you even tell them that everything that you told them that was true while we were in Louisiana? Before we went to Louisiana, when you did the interview with Sean? Did you say that was a lie too? Because you told the truth about your dad, and I wasn't present. They're brainwashing you again, just like they did before you left. They're brainwashing you again. Who you been spending time with, honey? I've been spending time with anybody but your dad? I haven't gotten enough money as of yet to be able to. Why don't you have enough money? Why don't you have enough money? Because I have to take care of my loan. You have to take care of your loan. What loan? Loan. What loan? Why are you paying that loan?
Okay. Are you still with us? I just want to make sure everybody is still with us. This is fair use commentary. This recording right here is a recording of Jaguar Wright and her son, Sam Jr. Is everybody still flowing with us? We're gonna we're gonna listen to this. We're gonna let the recording play out, and then I feel like we should come back a little bit later to kind of like readdress some things, because I know everybody is probably on lunch break, and we just want to give it to you effectively and nice and easy. Okay. All right, let's roll.
Told you don't pay it. You let your father talk you and pressure you into paying that. I told you do not pay that. Don't exaggerate things. Who's exaggerating? There are two loans that I got. This Federal Stafford loan, aka FAFSA, and that was enough for. I'm hanging up. They got you. You're brainwashed. Just like you were when you No, you're brainwashed. Just like you were when you did that. No, you're sitting here inventing events that never happened. Now, if you want me to call Uncle Dante, because Uncle Dante was around a lot at the mansion when you were kids. I was just on the phone talking to him. You remember him, don't you? I don't. You don't remember Uncle Dante? No. That's weird. That's weird because he was around all the time. So tell me something. You don't, wait a minute. You remember me beating you with an extension cord, but you don't remember how it happened. The memory was fake, and you're not sure, and this, that, and third, and so on and so on and so forth. But you don't remember Uncle Dante? There's some people that I meet and I sometimes forget because I lose contact with them. What do you mean you meet and sometimes forget? You lived with these people for years. Please. I didn't recognize Antilia when I went in my sophomore year of college. You didn't recognize Antilia before she died? Your sophomore year of college? What sophomore year of college? When I went to Westchester. You mean when you went to Westchester and you flunked out? When did you see Otelia? You never told me you saw Otelia. She was there with... No, you didn't know with my... Do you hear what you're saying? When did you see Otelia? Because when I talked to you when you were in Westchester... When I moved into my dorm. You were afraid to come out of your room. You were barely talking to anyone. You were isolated. You were going down to... Oh, my God. I was not fully isolated. Yes, you were.
So we're still going to be here. We're not going to end the live. I think that we all need to have a conversation about this, y'all. Let's continue to listen.
Yes, you were. And you know you were. You're omitting a detail. I'm not omitting any detail. That day that you called me and you told me your father left you with no money. You hadn't had a haircut in 4 months when you came to Dallas. That was my choice. It was your choice? It was your choice to walk around looking like I developed a nervous behavior of holding whatever money I had because I didn't know when I needed to use it for something else.
All right, let me stop it right there. Are we all following this? Let me know if you are following this in the chat. Are you still here with me?
Uh-huh.
Just want to make sure everybody is still here. Okay, we still here? Let
Yeah.
us know in the chat. Okay, so we're all listening. This trigger warning. All right, let's go.
Because you didn't have any money. Are you forgetting who sent you money to come to Dallas after your dad refused to take care of you and he told you you were selling all of your furniture? Are you forgetting all of that? Because I chose not to open up with them. What do you mean open up with him? I told you to open up with him. And you continue to lie. I know you. And he continued to, no. And see, I know what you're doing right now. And I know the sound of your voice. I know you better than anybody, especially your father, because the truth is, he doesn't love you.
All right, can we just get everybody to drop some butterflies in the chat? We need the butterflies is for healing and growth. Let's go ahead and drop the butterflies in the chat. If you're a survivor, or a victim, because you can still be a victim to this day, go ahead and drop those butterflies in the chat, you guys. Let's go.
He just wants to control you, and you know that. He's getting paid to keep you away from me. Now, this is the thing. You're about to be 22 years old. I have busted my ass to put together a great life where you don't have to worry about being controlled by that very, very, very sad man. And who does not like you very much. Who does not like you very much, and you know that. And it's just sad. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you this right now. If you want to stay under their control, this is the last time we talk. Because they're trying to kill me again. And your father's in on it. And if you're okay with your dad working with my enemies to kill me, then we don't ever need to speak again, son. I will always love you, and I will always be here for you. But as long as you're dealing in that, I can't have anything to do with you. See, we had this conversation before we were separated. After we were forced to be separated. Before we got a chance to move into our home. I guess you're forgetting all of that. I didn't. No, you did. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did forget it. Because I can hear it in your voice right now. You forgot it. Do you know that your dad was working with Genesis and Legina? They paid the police to put that charge on me. Do you know what they want me to do now? They want me to take a deal, and they want me to admit I'm crazy. And guess what? All of the evidence that I collected from all of the abuses, that goes away. Oh, I get my life back. I get to be free again, but nobody will ever believe me because I've admitted that I'm crazy. Do you think I should do that too? Or maybe you're just okay with them killing me. I don't know. But what I do know is this. Everything that you just said about me beating you with an extension cord is a lie. My mother used to beat me with an extension cord. She used to beat the shit out of me. My mother used to take us and lay us down on the floor and wet our bodies and then beat us until we fell. That never happened to you. Shit, that never happened to Giovanni. And Giovanni was a handful. I need your brother's ashes back. I'm going to need you to mail them to me. You've been holding them for me, correct? Ashes are here with me. Yeah, I need my son back. I need one of my sons back. Because you decided to be with the devil. And I can't stop that. You're a grown man. That's your choice. If you want to serve the devil, after you got baptized, After you gave God your word that you would no longer allow Satan to make choices in your life, and you know your father is wrapped up in Satan. Interesting words for someone who chose to say interesting words. Interesting words about what? About what? About interesting words about what?
If you guys are just now stopping through, this is just a recording of Jaguar Wright and her son Sam Jr. They're having a conversation. Trigger warning. This is just an audio of her and her son's engagement. Prayers up for Sam. Prayers up for her. Let's just make sure everybody get the help that you need. That's why I say mental health is real, and let's make sure we're getting the help that we need. Let's go.
Because I hear it now. I hear how he's been working on you. Because I haven't seen you since last April. And the last time you came home, it took us 3 months to get you to start acting normal again. You remember not washing, being afraid to move around, feeling like you were being watched, being paranoid, being too afraid to talk to Sam and Tina because they were tapping your phone calls and recording your phone calls. Did you forget all of that? If that's who you want to be with, then go do that. But don't ever lie on me again. Don't you ever lie on me again. You hear me? And I don't care what they tell you. If you ever lie on me again, I will disown you for life. And I mean that. See, as a grown man, I can tell you that. As a grown man, I can tell you that what you're doing right now, after everything I sacrificed for you, after the time I spent in jail for you, after the rapes, after the beatings, what you're doing right now is disgusting. And I'll pray for you because you're lost again. But every time you get around them, they start working on you. They start talking shit about me. And then they start forcing you to say things and forcing you to say things and making you say this. And they're trying to make you remember that. And because you're autistic and you can't handle the pressure, you just conform. I've been watching you do this since you were a child. You know that, right? This is nothing new. This is you at 3 years old. This is you at 6 years old. This is you at 8 years old. This is you at 10 years old. This is you at 12 years old. When we were in Chicago fighting that case after your dad beat that bitch up and she busted his fucking nose and you were running off with Brandy in the streets while I couldn't find you. Do you remember that? Do you remember that? The fake baby that's not his baby anymore? You remember that? Or the times you tried to commit suicide because you wanted to get away from him.
All right, guys. So trigger warning. This conversation is going to get a little heavy. Not a little, but it's going to get real heavy. Let's drop some butterflies in the chat for healing and growth. Let's just put it out there. Healing and growth. This young man is definitely taking it. Let's go.
Because he kept trying to convince you that you needed to hate me. You remember? Oh, you poor thing. Look at how lost you are. You're very lost. When you're ready to be found and when you're ready to give your life back to God, call me. But as long as you're making excuses for that liar, who is going to lose his job because I'm suing Polo Ralph Lauren. And I'm suing YouTube because I now have evidence that they've all been working to gaslight me and to destroy my life. And if you want to sit with those people against your mother, then you don't want a mom. You don't want a mom at all, do you? Do you? You don't want a mom? Because I don't know no son that would sit there after the way your father abused us all, after the way he beat us all, after the way he stole and robbed from us all, after the way he lied on you, after the way he abandoned you, left you in the street, after the times I had to come and pick you up from Tina's because she had you dressed in girl clothes because they were too cheap to buy you clothes. Are you serious? Kid, you poor thing. You good? Because I'm good. when you're ready to come to Vegas. Don't call me until then.
All right, so let's go ahead and come right on back up. We got to come on in the room. All right, Ayasha. So, what are your thoughts after hearing that?
That was very intense and very sad to hear. Just the relationship between a child and a mother. A lot was said in that. A lot was said in that recording. A lot was said. Of course, Jaguar is his mother, and she's the one that is getting put into the situation, and it's allowing her family to be dragged into it. So for people to go and look for her son and question him, and if she's saying the things that she's saying is true about her husband working for Jay-Z, I mean, it's not far-fetched. She is who she is. And if he's keeping the son away from her, I mean, maybe they need to go talk in private. They need to sit in private and really talk about this and get the help that they need as a once before family. You know, her son is grown, and I'm pretty sure he see the things that's going on. He's been tugged on. Her son is being tugged on.
All right. Well, I didn't expect for it to go that way. I don't know. Me as a parent,
I wouldn't
I
talk to my child like that. I wouldn't. The relationship that me and my children have, I wouldn't talk to my children like that. You know, but it's how she reacts to things. It's how she expresses herself towards her son. She know deeper things that we don't know. I can't interfere with that. That's not my business to interfere with that. I could just only hear the situation and say that it don't need to be online. It really doesn't need to be online. It's been truth. What are y'all talking about? It's been true for me. I'm gonna say how I whatever I say and how I feel about this situation, I'm gonna tell Jaguar. And I'm gonna talk to her behind the scenes and on live. I don't think it's right for anybody to go look for her son to do interviews and for her ex-husband to be coaching him on what to say or to be standing right there whenever he talks to her. Like, it should be some privacy between her and her son, just like it's privacy between him and his son.
okay. We got Nade Johnson up in the building.
I can't hear nothing. Hold on.
So
Y'all can hear me?
Jaguar,
Yes, we can hear you.
I can't hear. Was somebody else talking? Y'all go ahead. I'll wait.
go ahead. You here.
So Ayasha, I have a real question for you. I'm not being funny. I'm not trying to be defensive or nothing like that. After listening to the recording, I don't want you to deflect into nothing else. The recording you just heard in this moment. How can you defend somebody that is capable of doing that?
You were breaking up.
Okay, what part did you not hear? What was the last thing you heard?
Very last part. You said, how can you,
What?
and then it broke up.
Oh yeah. How can you defend somebody that speaks like that to their only living son? Knowing that you have children of your own that you love, how can you defend someone like that?
She's trying to protect her son, and she's basically saying that with him speaking to people,
So manipulating him is protecting him, right?
how do you know it's
Gaslighting
manipulation?
him,
How
gaslighting
do
him is
you know?
protecting him, right?
Oh, sisters, I want
Answer my question. Gaslighting him is protecting
hold on
him,
one
right?
second. Miss Nene, 1 second. I want y'all to
Uh-huh.
talk, but I want y'all to do
Yeah,
it.
I want to talk too. I ain't got time to argue. It's early for me.
No, I ain't mad. I'm cooling, girl.
Miss Nene, 1 second, baby. We're gonna talk one at a
Mhm.
time. Let her say her statement, and then
Go ahead.
you give your opinion and so on and so forth. But let's do it effective, because if we're arguing and we upset and we frustrated, we're all here because we're here for a cause. We saw something that we did not like, and we can't put all the blame on her, but we need to educate her and inform her of what is going on in case it's something that she's just not seeing. And we'll just keep it appropriate just like that, okay? All right, I'm gonna be out of it. I'm about to let y'all.
Okay, I'm gonna start off like this. I seen from the first interviews that Tasha K did, right, with her son, and the way she was asking questions. Now we all know that Sam Jr. is not autism. He just has a special
The correct phrase
ability
is
of
autistic.
autistic. Okay, don't come up here try to correct me in the way I speak. I know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
I wasn't being mean. I was just trying to
But
help.
no, you trying to come up here. You ain't got to help me because I can help myself. I talk how I talk.
Each
That's
one
just
teach
period point
one.
blank.
WCW, remember? What happened,
Okay,
baby?
that's fine. Well, so
Anyway,
what happened?
go ahead, girl. Say what you're saying, baby. Finish saying what you're saying, baby. Hurry up. I'm bored.
Okay, well, bye. You could go because I ain't got time
Hurry
to talk
up,
to you.
Ho. Say what you got to say. I'm listening to you. Talk.
Okay, I could talk to somebody else.
Why are you defending a child abuser?
rude
Just
as fuck.
answer the question. Just answer the
Do you have any
question.
kids? Do you have any kids?
Just answer the question. That's it.
Have
I
any
do.
children?
I do.
How many
I have a
children do you
3-year-old,
have?
and I will never talk to him like that. I have one child, and I would never talk to him like that. And for you to have 7 kids and be okay with this is not okay.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
This is not my situation. This is Jaguar's situation. I never said it was okay for a person to come at their child, but we don't know the whole situation. We only hearing and seeing what we seeing.
Okay, for the
That's
point
all I'm
of
saying.
okay, and I don't doubt that.
All right. So let me bring it back. The reason why we are here today is to talk about the topic at hand. We
not to correct nobody in their speech.
But listen here, we're not about to go and dig in nobody's trash. We want to focus on the topic at hand. It was a video that I let you all listen to. Here, let's listen to the audio one more time so we can remember how important this is. Give me 1 second. Let me bring it up.
Happened. Now, if you want me to call Uncle Dante, because I figured it was just something to let me know how dangerous the area is. Tell me everything that happened. No, if you truly remember it, tell me everything that happened. I need to know the day. I need to know where Maddie was when I was beating you with an extension cord. I need to know where Justin was. I need to know what we had for dinner. I need to know what you were wearing. I need to know what I was wearing. I need you to tell me exactly when I went to go get the extension cord and I came back and I beat you. I need you to tell me all of that. Can you do that? I can tell some details, but I unfortunately cannot go into extreme autistic details. I can't. The memory is too far ago. The memory is too far ago. That doesn't make any sense as intelligent as you are. I understand that I'm intelligent, but honey, listen to me. Do you remember what you were like when you came back? After he threw you out? And we flew you in to Dallas? Do you remember what you were like? I understand. No. I'm not asking you to understand. What did your father tell you? Are you now, or did you even tell them that everything that you told them that was true while we were in Louisiana? Before we went to Louisiana, when you did the interview with Sean? Did you say that was a lie too? Because you told the truth about your dad, and I wasn't present. They're brainwashing you again, just like they did before you left. They're brainwashing you again. Who you been spending time with, honey? I've been spending time with anybody but your dad? I haven't done enough money as of yet to be able to Why don't you have enough money? Why don't you have enough money? Because I have to take care of my loan. You have to take care of your loan. What loan? Loan. What loan? Why are you paying that loan? I told you don't pay it. You let your father talk to you and pressure you into paying it. I told you to not pay that. Don't exaggerate things. Who's exaggerating? There are two loans that I got. There's Federal Stafford loan, aka FAFSA, And that was enough for. I'm hanging up. They got you. You're brainwashed. Just like you were when you were. No, you're brainwashed. Just like you were when you were back. No, you're sitting here inventing events that never happened. Now, if you want me to call Uncle Dante, because Uncle Dante was around a lot at the mansion when you were kids. I was just on the phone talking to him. You remember him, don't you? I don't. You don't remember Uncle Dante? No. That's weird. That's weird because he was around all the time. So tell me something. You don't. Wait a minute. You remember me beating you with an extension cord, but you don't remember how it happened. The memory was fake, and you're not sure, and this, that, and third, and so on and so on and so forth. But you don't remember Uncle Dante. There's some people that I meet and I sometimes forget because I lose contact with them. What do you mean you meet and sometimes forget? You lived with these people for years. Please. I didn't recognize Angelia when I was in my sophomore year of college. You didn't recognize Angelia before.
All right, we have guests in the building. We have Miss Bridget. What's going down?
How you doing, Queen Tulsa? Hi, Aisha.
I'm well. What's Holly Favor? How are you?
Good. I can't complain.
Yes. So we were actually going over this audio. Have you heard this audio that we're playing right now?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. Well, here we got some audio. We want to go ahead and take a listen right quick.
Can I say something real quick?
Oh, sure.
Oh, what I was saying, I didn't hear the audio. I heard little snippets. In life, sometimes we say messed up things to our kids, and kids say messed up things to their parents. But what I will not do is down her, talk down on Jag, because I'm not in Jag's life. You know, so I won't talk down on her, and I won't go against her for something she said against her son, maybe in a heat of, of an argument. I just had to apologize to my daughter for saying something. You know, we're not perfect, and I'm so sick of people attacking this woman about every little aspect of her life, knowing when we get off these computers, we don't know how these other people are living and what they're saying. So they need to just go to hell, people. Do y'all people got some lives out here? That's all y'all do is get on the computer and attack Jag about every little damn thing in her life. I got too much going on right now to be on computer worried about somebody else's life and what they're doing. I really do. And that's all I wanted to say.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. With the audio that is out, I don't know if you've heard it, but what are your thoughts in the tone and the message that she was given? And being that it's out there, do you think that she needs to at least speak on it? I mean, to give clarity. I mean, it did look a bit harsh. It did give me we have Devin here. When Devin people was talking crazy to him, I had to jump in there and I had to no, we're not gonna do that. So what are your thoughts? Let me play this audio right quick and then you give me your thoughts on how you feel.
Okay.
Okay, give me 1 second. We're gonna upload. And then if everybody can just go on mute so we all can hear effectively the audio.
If I knew you was gonna ask me.
She didn't give a fuck about us at all.
She didn't care when she said your daughter, you had something to do with unaliving your daughter's self.
She didn't give a fuck about none of that. I would give that bitch no grace. Fuck
and
that
you
shit.
know we know this shit.
I appreciate you. It is because that's pretty honest.
Hold on.
No, you can let them know.
Beating you with an extension cord. I need to know where Justin was. I need to know what you had for dinner. I need to know what you were wearing. I need to know what I was wearing. I need you to tell me exactly when I went to go get the extension cord and I came back and I beat you. I need you to tell me all of that. Can you do that? I can tell some details, but I unfortunately cannot go into extreme autistic detail. I can't. The memory is too far ago. The memory is too far ago? That doesn't make any sense, as intelligent as you are. I understand that I'm intelligent, but... Honey, listen to me. Do you remember what you were like when you came back after he threw you out and we flew you in to Dallas? Do you remember what you were like? I understand. No. I'm not asking you to understand. What did your father tell you? Are you now? Did you even tell them that everything that you told them that was true while we were in Louisiana? Before we went to Louisiana, when you did the interview with Sean, did you say that was a lie too? Because you told the truth about your dad, and I wasn't present. They're brainwashing you again, just like they did before you left. They're brainwashing you again. Who you been spending time with, honey? I've been spending time with anybody but your dad. I haven't gotten enough money as of yet to be able to. Why don't you have enough money? Why don't you have enough money? Because I have to take care of my loan. You have to take care of your loan. What loan? Loan. What loan? Why are you paying that loan? I told you don't pay it. You let your father talk you and pressure you into paying that. I told you do not pay that. Don't exaggerate things. There are two loans that I got. This federal staffer loan, aka FAFSA, and that was enough for. I'm hanging up. They got you. You're brainwashed. Just like you were when you came back. No, you're brainwashed. Just like you were when you came back. No. You're sitting here inventing events that never happened. Now, if you want me to call Uncle Dante, because Uncle Dante was around a lot at the mansion when you were kids. I was just on the phone talking to him. You remember him, don't you? I don't. You don't remember Uncle Dante? No. That's weird. That's weird because he was around all the time. So tell me something. You don't. Wait a minute. You remember me beating you with an extension cord, but you don't remember how it happened. The memory was vague, and you're not sure this, that, and third, and so on and so on and so forth. But you don't remember Uncle Dante. There's some people that I meet and I sometimes forget because I lose contact with them. What do you mean you meet and sometimes forget? You lived with these people for years. Please. I didn't recognize Antelia when I was in my sophomore year of college. You didn't recognize Antelia before she died? Your sophomore year of college? What sophomore year of college? When I went to Westchester. You mean when you went to Westchester and you flunked out? When did you see Antelia? You never told me you saw Antelia. She was there with. Do you hear what you're saying? When did you see Antelia? Because when I talked to you when you were in Westchester, you were afraid. I moved into my dorm. You were afraid to come out of your room. You were barely talking to anyone. You were isolated. You were going down to. Oh my God. I was not fully isolated. Yes, you were. Yes, you were. And you know you were. You're omitting a detail. I'm not omitting any detail. I told you. You called me and you told me your father left you with no money. You hadn't had a haircut in 4 months when you came to Dallas. That was my choice. It was your choice? It was your choice to walk around looking at I developed a nervous behavior of holding whatever money I had because I didn't know when I needed to use it for something else. Because you didn't have any money. Are you forgetting who sent you money to come to Dallas after your dad refused to take care of you and he told you to bring all of your furniture? Are you forgetting all of that? Because I chose not to open up with them. What do you mean open up with him? I told you to open up with him. And you continued to lie. I know you. And he continued to. No. And see, I know what you're doing right now. And I know the sound of your voice. I know you better than anybody, especially your father. Because the truth is, he doesn't love you. He just wants to control you. And you know that. He's getting paid to keep you away from me. Now, this is the thing. You're about to be 22 years old. I have busted my ass to put together a great life where you don't have to worry about being controlled by that very, very, very sad man. Who does not like you very much. Who does not like you very much, and you know that. And it's just sad. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you this right now. If you want to stay under their control, this is the last time we talk. Because they're trying to kill me again. And your father's in on it. And if you're okay with your dad working with my enemies to kill me, then we don't ever need to speak again, son. I will always love you. And I will always be here for you. But as long as you're dealing in that, I can't have anything to do with you. See, we had this conversation before we were separated. After we were forced to be separated. Before we got a chance to move into our home. I guess you're forgetting all of that. I didn't. No, you did. Yeah, you did. Forget it. Because I can hear it in your voice right now. You forgot it. Do you know that your dad was working with Genesis and Legina? They paid the police to put that charge on me. Do you know what they want me to do now? They want me to take a deal, and they want me to admit I'm crazy. And guess what? All of the evidence that I collected from all of the abuses, that goes away. I get my life back. I get to be free again, but nobody will ever believe me because I've admitted that I'm crazy. Do you think I should do that too? Hmm? Or maybe you're just okay with them killing me. I don't know. But what I do know is this. Everything that you just said about me beating you with an extension cord is a lie. My mother used to beat me with an extension cord. She used to beat the shit out of me. My mother used to take us and lay us down on the floor and wet our bodies and then beat us until we fell. That never happened to you. Shit, that never happened to Giovanni. And Giovanni was a handful. I need your brother's ashes back. I'm going to need you to mail them to me. You've been holding them for me, correct? She's not here with me. Yeah, I need my son back. I need one of my sons back. Because you decided to be with the devil. And I can't stop that. You're a grown man. That's your choice. If you want to serve the devil, after you got baptized, after you gave God your word, that you would no longer allow Satan to make choices in your life, and you know your father is wrapped up in Satan. Interesting words for someone who chose to say interesting words. Interesting words about what? About what? About interesting words about what? Because I hear it now. I hear how he's been working on you. Because I haven't seen you since last April. And the last time you came home, it took us 3 months to get you to start acting normal again. You remember not washing, being afraid to move around, feeling like you were being watched, being paranoid, being too afraid to talk to Sam and Tina because they were tapping your phone calls and recording your phone calls. Did you forget all of that? If that's who you want to be with, then go do that. But don't ever lie on me again. Don't you ever lie on me again. You hear me? And I don't care what they tell you. If you ever lie on me again, I will disown you for life. And I mean that. See, as a grown man, I can tell you that. As a grown man, I can tell you that what you're doing right now, after everything I sacrificed for you, after the time I spent in jail for you, after the rapes, after the beatings, what you're doing right now is disgusting. And I'll pray for you. Because you're lost again. But every time you get around them, they start working on you. They start talking shit about me. And then they start forcing you to say things and forcing you to say things and making you say this. And they're trying to make you remember that. And because you're autistic and you can't handle the pressure, you just conform. I've been watching you do this since you were a child. You know that, right? This is nothing new. This is you at 3 years old. This is you at 6 years old. This is you at 8 years old. This is you at 10 years old. This is you at 12 years old. When we were in Chicago fighting that case after your dad beat that bitch up. And she busted his fucking nose. And you were running off with Brandy in the streets while I couldn't find you. Do you remember that? Do you remember that? The fake baby that's not his baby anymore? You remember that? Or the time you tried to commit suicide because you wanted to get away from him because he kept trying to convince you that you needed to hate me? You remember? Oh, you poor thing. Look how lost you are. You're very lost. When you're ready to be found and when you're ready to give your life back to God, call me. But as long as you're making excuses for that liar, who is going to lose his job because I'm suing Polo Ralph Lauren, and I'm suing YouTube because I now have evidence that they've all been working to gaslight me and to destroy my life. And if you want to sit with those people against your mother, then you don't want a mom. You don't want a mom at all, do you? Do you? You don't want a mom? Because I don't know no son that would sit there after the way your father abused us all, after the way he beat us all, after the way he stole and robbed from us all, after the way he lied on you, after the way he abandoned you, left you in the street, after the time I had to come and pick you up from Tina's because she had you dressed in girl clothes because they were too cheap to buy you clothes. Are you serious? Kid, you poor thing. You good? Because I'm good. Let me know when you're ready to come to Vegas. Don't call me until then.
All right, so let's go ahead and let's talk about it. What are your Miss Bridget? What are your thoughts on hearing that phone call right there? What are your thoughts? What is it?
My thoughts are that's between a mother and a son, And should nobody have the recording anyway, who runs around recording people's conversations? I bet you, can I say this? I bet you if you look at some of these other people that are against her, if we tap your phone calls, we might hear some shit too. Stay out of that woman motherfucking business between her and her son. Y'all some weirdos. Fuck out of here with that shit. That's
Right.
between her and her son, man.
That's
She don't
Ray,
owe nobody nothing.
not to cut you off, but that's the thing. Jag wanted Sip to record that. But Jag didn't ask him to go online and put that online.
Right. And that ain't our business though. We got our own, everybody on here got lives, right? I hope.
Like, how
Let
did
me
you
ask
feel
you
in the
this.
moment?
Let me
How
ask
did-
you
Go
this
ahead.
because y'all are saying, I get it. That is her son, but are we saying that that's an effective way to talk to our
It
children?
might not be, but guess what? That's her business. We ain't, are we God? Ain't none of us out here are God. We can't judge nothing.
She didn't cuss him out. She was
But
just
let me
saying,
just say this.
Damn, that's her business. The fuck?
Okay. So y'all should go ahead and then I'm gonna go after you. I got something to say.
You go back to my real life.
at least she didn't cuss him out. She was talking about valid points that happened in their life that only them two know about. Now, the way we heard it come off, yeah, it sounded rude. It sounded crucial, but only her and Sam knows what really took place around those times. We just hearing all this shit. We're the insiders. Sorry, we're the outsiders looking in, and we got our own opinions.
I think I totally understand, and a lot of people may not agree, but this is the reason why I'm totally against it because it's childhood trauma, and I've experienced it as a child. I didn't have the perfect parent, but what is child trauma? Child trauma refers to a scary, dangerous, violent, or life-threatening event that happens to a child 0 to 18 years of age. This type of event may also happen to someone your child knows, and your child is impacted as a result of seeing or hearing about the other person being hurt or injured. When these type of experience happens, your child may become very overwhelmed, upset, and or feel helpless. These types of experiences can happen to anyone at any time at any age. However, not all events have a traumatic impact. So let's start there. Do y'all feel like, this young man could experience trauma from his mom? And, you
Yes.
know,
Absolutely. Hello. I talk to you. I'm sorry.
oh, no. You was going in and out.
Hello?
We want to hear you.
Oh, yeah, like I feel like Sam has been through some form of trauma. I can tell just in how he's talking. I have a psychology degree. So it's like when I hear certain tones and stuff like that, like I automatically was like, yeah, that's trauma. And just by hearing his voice, you could tell that there's a fear for his mom. Now, I don't know what that fear came from, but that's just what I got from hearing the conversation in reference to trauma and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Do you feel like that was an effective way that she needed to communicate with him?
Absolutely not.
Right.
I feel like when you're dealing with, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, because I want to take it here, being a child and being yelled at or feeling like I can't go tell mama because then I'm gonna get my ass whooped, or let me not,
right,
walking on eggshells.
And Jag, to me, she seems like that type of parent, you know what I mean? And I've had family members just like that with the same characteristics, you know what I mean? So like, that's easier to, and Sam to me walks in fear of that. I'm done.
Ayasha, what are your thoughts, hon?
Well, I never dealt with any of that from my parents. I never dealt with no yelling at. I never got in trouble. I probably got like 2 whoopings that I can remember, honestly. as far as like, and it didn't even come from my mom and my dad. It may have came from my grandparents or my aunt. And that's some real shit. Now, as far as the abuse and stuff like that, I didn't experience that. So when I look at other people in their families, and when families have issue, I'll be like, well, what can they do to resolve it? How can they get past this? That's how I look at shit. Not to, oh, she's wrong, or he's wrong. How can they get past that? Even with me and my situation, as y'all all know, I got 7 children. Me and my baby daddies are fine. We don't fight. We don't argue in front of our children. We don't do any of that shit because I already know from other families what I've seen, and I will never put my children through anything to hurt them to where it could have a lifelong lasting effect upon them. You know. So communication is key to me first, hand off. They
Okay.
mad in your chat. Damn, just because I got a voice, y'all mad because I'm sticking up for Jag because I support her. Now, if I was on a hate train, it would be a different story, huh? It's okay. It's okay. I understand.
It's not that. It's not that. Like,
No, it's that.
It's
It's
the
that.
difference in supporting
It's
and enabling somebody.
It's that.
There's a difference in supporting being an enabler. There's a difference. And I feel like I don't think people hate you. I just feel like people,
I mean, I
want
care
you
if
to
anybody
see
hated me.
the reality of it.
I see the
I mean,
reality.
okay, girl, I'm not arguing with you.
Okay,
Because,
Ayasha, listen,
because
y'all.
when
If we're gonna
Joe,
do this, we're gonna do it effectively. We're gonna talk one at a time, and then we're gonna hear each other out because we want to get to the bottom of it. We want to get the message conveyed. But if we're arguing, we're never gonna get to that space. I think
Right.
what is going on, we have a lot of people that are outraged, a lot of people that are triggered
Right.
because
like you have content creators
because
reaching
of
out
the
to
whole
their
situation,
son.
and this is very triggering. When you hear a mother on the phone and she's going in like that, and when we say autistic or whatever disability, I don't know, but let's just say that there is a disability right there.
Mhm.
You I mean, you got to control yourself. It just seems like she was out of control and that she needs to just take a break from whatever it is that's going on, and she really needs to take accountability, and she really
Right.
needs to this
Absolutely.
type of behavior. This is not okay behavior. And um no ma'am, you're not allowed to be around my kids when you acting like that. If you got
I
that
think
type of
Hell
she,
no.
not to
Hell
cut you off,
no.
but she was upset finding out that another content creator got her son's information as far as, well, he was in contact with Sam. We're just gonna say that he was in contact with Sam and doing interviews behind a paywall. Wouldn't you be upset,
All
Dana?
right, and cut. Queen Tulsa, what we not gonna do
I'm
is
saying
allow
though.
her to deflect every single time
Nobody
somebody asks
reflected.
her
I'm
a
saying
simple
what I
ass
think.
question.
I'm
so
Bitch,
make
saying what
you
I
are
think.
supporting the fucking abuser and you
I'm
need
mad
to
because
stop your
I'm
shit.
sticking up
You
for
got
Dad,
7
her
kids and you
son.
leave your kids to
You are
defend.
okay,
mad.
ladies, let's do this effectively. I know y'all got different points, but I feel like let's listen to
Right.
everybody's point. Let's start off. Nene, go ahead. And Miss Nene is very passionate. She's not upset, and I
I'm
want y'all to
tired of
understand.
playing cat
Just
and
like
mouse
Jazz
with
was
this bitch.
passionate
I'm
on that
tired of
recording.
playing this game with
Just
this
like
girl. I'm
Jaguar was
tired of
passionate
playing tic
on that
tac toe
recording.
with these people. I am sick of it.
But
This
get
lady is
offline.
sick.
Your ass
Ma'am, shut up.
offline.
I'm not talking.
Get
Tulsa,
offline.
mute her because
Don't
I'm not
log
talking
on.
to her. I will report her to the AD.
Report me to
But I
anybody,
was
bitch.
saying,
President. I
I
don't
want
give a
to
fuck.
report
Report me to whoever you feel you need to
association.
report me.
Keep playing with me. Anyways, this ain't about you, hoe.
Bitch,
What I
Well,
was
hold on,
saying.
hold on. Okay, Miss Nene,
Don't talk to me.
Miss Nene, go ahead and go ahead. I'm
Thank
just
you.
saying, this name. This is the thing. Y'all should. Miss Nene is not upset at you. She's
I'm not
passionate
upset with
about.
her. I'm passionate too,
But
and
wait a minute, baby.
I just
Wait a
want
minute. We can.
you to be better. That's
but
it.
I see for my own
I
eyes, just
don't
like
hate
you
you.
see with your
I
eyes.
don't
Listen,
know you to hate
hold
you.
on.
I don't
Wait,
know
wait,
you
wait,
to
wait,
hate
wait.
you.
Order,
And you
order in
telling
the
me B words and all
court.
that, like,
Order
girl,
in the court, ladies. Order in the
You
court,
talking
sir.
about reporting me? Of course you a bitch.
No. Order in the court. Order in the court. Order in the court. No. How
the
about
report won't
this?
work if you're
I'm gonna
not
just
disabled.
I'm gonna drop us all down. We gonna let Nene say what she gotta say, then I'm gonna bring us all back up. Come on. And then we still gotta let Mr. Devin say what he gotta say. Go ahead, Miss Nene. Go ahead and say your thing.
This is all I'm saying. Nobody is saying that the conversation exchange don't happen in a lot of black families. We are not saying that. What we are saying in relationship to Ayasha and her installment into the storyline, the question that I asked 45 minutes ago, very simple question. What do you feel about this abuser? How do you feel about this abuser now that you have heard her abusing her seed on, you know, you've heard it. So what is your stance on it? Then you go into deflecting and this and that and this and that. It's almost like you're dismissing the fact that Sam was abused. And I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. They stand for the children. And for you to have 7 kids and not stand for the children, girl, fuck you. And it's fuck Jaguar Wright. And I'm out, so I can't deal with these bird brain bitches.
Well, we appreciate you for your thoughts and your opinions, and you always come on back. All right, so we got no, actually let me remove that one. So we have Miss Ayasha and we have Mr. Devin Harris. Mr. Devin, welcome to court. Hadn't seen you in a while. Thank you for coming by, and shout out to Miss Nene for coming up and sounding off. And we want everybody, if you got an opinion, don't hesitate to hit that link. I'll redrop it. Go ahead, Mr. Devin, and let us know what you got to say about this.
How you doing, Tosa?
How you doing? I'm fabulous.
That's what's up, girl. Anyway, hey, Ayasha.
Hey, peace.
Okay, so I'm here actually recording. I was recording that conversation within my own mental computer because I'm just like I can see where Jag is coming from, but at the same time, I'm also empathetic for Sam as well, and I want to say this from my personal experience. I've been to school with children who are autistic. Okay, I myself personally, I have a brother who is autistic. He's actually autistic bipolar. But the one thing I know about autistic children or autistic adults is when you talk to them, you can't speak to them like you, you can't speak to them like the regular um you can't speak to them like regular black children. When you speak with when you speak with people with autism, you must speak to them with kindness, compassion, and empathy. Also, children and adults with autism, they're still conscious, meaning that most of them have the mental capacity to understand critical thinking. So instead of screaming, hollering, and cussing at that autistic child, you know, break down certain things to them with logic and reason. Because let me tell you something. I've seen children and adults who are autistic, and they're great critical thinkers. If you let them, if you allow them to express their individuality, that's number one. You know what I mean? As far as the corporal punishment thing, that's between like people were saying here, that's between uh that's between um Sam's mom, who's Jaguar, and Sam. That's between them two. But I think Jaguar Now, I'm not gonna tell people how to raise their children, but I am gonna give my truthful, opinionated statement. Okay, I honestly know, and I also feel that with the most uh, sincere empathy and compassion, that when it comes to
Okay. Hi.
Hello, beautiful.
Hi,
Absolutely.
how are you? How's everybody? If I
We're
could just, I just want to make a little statement.
okay. Hold
Just
on
a
one
little.
second,
I'm on my
Mr.
lunch hour.
Okay, I'm sorry, Mr. Devin. Give
yeah.
us 1 second, and then we're
Okay.
gonna close out. Let's let Mrs. Beautiful go ahead and say what she has to say.
Okay.
All right.
So, yeah, all of this is just madness. Um, I just feel that our dear Jaguar needs to keep her personal to her personal. That recording was very bad. She shouldn't have had allowed, if she's going to speak to her son that way, and I do not approve, it should have been in the privacy of her space and not allowing someone to record her. Number one. Um, she should be held accountable for what she did. I think Jaguar is really jagging right now, and I love her. Don't This shit has brought tears to my eyes. I love her, but I don't agree with what she's doing. Jag is jagging, and she's gonna be the one to pay for all of this because none of these people on here like her, and she needs to recognize that. If she's going to be out here to be great, but don't allow all these people into her life. She is going to be the one to pay. These people hate her. And no, I do not agree what she said to Sam, not at all, because Jaguar brought her son into this from day one. I don't think it's right. I don't to each his own who is supporting her. I will support her music. I love her music, but her shenanigans, I can't. I really can't. And I love you to death. You understand? It's your decision to do what you're going to do. I'll never bash you. You feel how you feel, and I'll never bash Jag. But it's just
Absolutely.
crazy. It is crazy. She needs to take responsibility. That post that she put up with her and that man is horrible. That's something that her son, someone could walk up and say, "Hey, I saw your mom sexually on the internet." You understand what I'm saying? She has to
Mhm.
think about the things that she's doing. It's not right because other people her kid is going to be affected by that. And
Right.
Right.
nobody on YouTube really gives a damn about Jaguar. They
So,
don't care about her, not
so,
So,
one bit.
so what
So
message?
why
So listen, if she's going to see this, what's your message to her? If you could talk to her right now, what would be the thing that you would tell her?
get off of YouTube? Go get help. If she needs help, Jaguar's been hurt since a kid. And I don't know what her parents allow her to do. I don't know how they let her propel into this industry. And she was not healed from whatever experiences that she had experienced. And then she had more experience of the things she went through, and I'm not going to say. So she got bricks on top of bricks on top of bricks that she's dealing with, and it will fuck up anybody's mind. But
excuse me.
she has to go get help to be
Excuse,
normal.
excuse me.
Yes,
I have a question to ask you.
yes.
Have
Crazy.
you? Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Have you seen the interview that have you seen the interview that Jaguar Wright did with what's the name of that real life
Yes,
star?
yes, I did.
Yeah.
I saw part 1. I refused to look at part 2.
Right. But and see that's the thing. When I listen to a story, it's especially if it's personal. I want to listen to both sides so that I can analyze it for myself and come up with my own conclusions.
It's
You know
not
what I'm
for me to analyze. It's her life. It's not for
True.
me to analyze, but she
True.
has to take accountability to get help,
Yeah.
Devin, so
Yeah.
she could
Yes.
be productive
Yes.
and not
Absolutely.
harmful to herself and to
Absolutely.
her the people that
Absolutely.
love her. Period.
Absolutely. I totally respect and accept what you're saying. However, I wanted to bring up the fact that she did mention that most of her trauma started when because she said it herself and it's public domain, so I know I can't get attacked for this. But she said herself that most of her trauma started when she was um a young girl, to be exact. She spoke.
Right. So it was the responsibility of her parents to make sure that Jaguar got the right
Let
help.
let me explain something to you about Philly folk, okay? Because
It ain't
I'm
got nothing to do with Philly folk.
please
I'm
listen to what
sorry.
please listen to what I'm saying, please.
Okay. All right.
Okay?
Uh huh. Okay.
I respectfully let
Oh, okay. All right. Go ahead.
okay.
I'm
Okay,
on
So
a
Devin.
time schedule. I'm on
Yeah,
lunch,
Devin.
so
I was gonna say that she was on a quick time schedule, so let's just kind of like speed it up a little bit, baby.
okay, all right. This is what I was gonna say. Most most parents that live in Philly, they're not going to always focus on what their children are doing because they're also thinking about the things that they're thinking about and their own traumas that they're going through
Devin,
and
if I could interject for a minute, just for a minute. I'm a parent. I'm a parent of a daughter.
uh-huh.
My daughter come to me and say such and such, such and such, and I see that somehow or another this has affected her mentally. I'm gonna do everything possible to make sure that she gets the help that she needed.
Oh, okay.
You understand what I'm saying? And Jaguar
Kind
hung
of.
out in Philly. Jaguar did not live in Philly. And the way Jaguar said, her parents was they both well educated. Come on
She
now.
she has she she has very great detail of the
She had
places
a great foundation. So somebody slipped.
she
And and
she has
and everybody is
she
blaming
has
Jaguar, which Jaguar needs to take responsibility as an adult. But her parents should have never let her get into this industry and get all messed up.
she
Period.
she has detailed greatly of all the of all the streets and places that she's been to in
Yeah,
in
she was
in,
out there.
in Philadelphia. Yeah.
But
She was out there.
let's bring it back to why we're here today. We're here because of an audio that she had
Right.
with her son. What are our feelings there?
Exactly.
What are
I
some
I
solutions that
didn't like it. I wish she if she was gonna I don't agree to what she did to Sam 100%. If that
Right. Me
was what
neither.
how she was gonna speak to her son in front of a stranger, I don't give a fly why how her and that dude was doing. That dude was 4 months in, if that. And that was that people show you what they want you to see in 4 months. She didn't know him from Adam and Eve, and this is the whole thing. You understand what I'm saying? She don't know these people. She don't know me. She don't know Aasha. She know Aasha better than she know everybody else. Her and Kimmy. You understand what I'm saying? You just can't allow people to come into your life and you expose 100% of you. And the Jaguar is at the age to know that.
I mean,
But
people do that every day, though. You can meet somebody on the street, and somebody just is that comfortable to exposing their life to you and what they've been through.
so you know what?
No, no, I'm
I,
saying that. You never experienced that. You never experienced somebody coming up
you
to
know
you.
what? I'm so leery of people because those who I have was close to me have betrayed me. So
No,
I
no,
can imagine what a stranger would do.
right. No,
I
I'm
give
not saying
people a
like you.
little bit.
I'm not saying like you have to be around that person. But I'm saying
I just
somebody could
not
come up
this
to you.
YouTube, not when Jaguar see how these people are with her. You
She
understand what I'm saying?
are not
It's
fake by this one bit. Trust me, because she know they all trolls. She know they don't care for her.
and this whole thing with Miss Cat and that dude. Come
Uh-huh.
on, from the very beginning, and Miss Cat, I love you too, but from the very beginning, Jaguar got on that platform. I saw the hesitance in Cat with Jaguar. And
So she should
if
have said
I
something
seen
instead
it,
of being fake and sitting around. She should
no,
have.
and Jaguar sees everything. Now come on now.
Yeah,
Jaguar
but
sees it. Come on.
if Cat really
Oh
felt the
shit.
way she felt, she should have said something. We are
Right,
too grown to be
Let's
sitting up
hear.
here and not saying nothing. Like say
right.
something. If you don't
It's
want to,
all a game. It seems
I
like a
agree.
game on here. You understand what I'm
I agree
saying?
with the,
At one point, I couldn't even, when all this shit came out, I was like, are they just developing content? Is this fake? I couldn't make heads or tails out of this. You understand what I'm saying? And these are people's lives that's being affected. Your life is being affected. You
oh, my
understand what
life
I'm
is not
saying?
being affected at all, baby. I'm
But
sleeping well. I'm living well.
I know, but you
Because
know,
I see what they do, and
you
I see
see,
every
you
day.
understand what I'm saying? So you know, I just think Jaguar needs to get off of YouTube.
I don't think she needs to get off YouTube. I think, and what she is doing is focusing on her network
right,
because
I hope
right,
she
so. I
right,
totally
pray
right.
that she is.
She right.
I pray that she is.
She has a right to express herself just like
yeah.
everyone else does.
Yeah, she
And what
do.
she
She
originally came
do.
on
But
here to do was to expose the industry and the things that she know and now that are coming to light.
Okay,
Like
let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. What do we feel about childhood trauma and how do we feel like we can prevent that going forward?
I don't know how a prevention could be. You know, we have to stay close to our
I would
kids.
say
I just I just
have
I just
Stay involved in your kid's life.
I
So
just
I got a granddaughter that's may one day be a part of this thing, and her mom is to be stay by her side 24/7 if need be to make sure this
Right.
never happen. And
So
if and when it does happen, you best to believe that someone will pay for it. You understand what I'm saying? No
absolutely. So
way.
Evan, so the same question to you. How do you feel that childhood trauma we can do something about it here on social media? What are
uh,
your thoughts?
uh thank you for asking, Queen Tulsa.
You're
And
welcome.
I'm going
I'm
to
going to drop down. I'm going to eat my lunch. I love you guys.
You know,
Tulsa, I
friend,
love you. I
I
wish
love
you
you
was,
too.
listen, I wish you was in New York so we could go thrifting.
I know. Oh, that would
I
be
want
so
that
fun.
stroller. I want the stroller.
I have to
I
live here.
so want the
I'm so
stroller.
cheap plugging on that stroller. Oh,
Yes, yes.
Lord.
So, you know, if you ever do a lottery or anything, holler at me, let me know. Because I want the
Absolutely.
stroller, because that shit is nice for
Yeah.
sure. Everybody have a great one. Tell Jag I love her.
Happy Women's Month and have a great day on purpose.
Yeah, you too. Now, how do I get down?
Oh, I'll just drop you down. It's okay.
Okay. Y'all have a great one. Take care. Bye
you
bye.
you too. Bye.
All right. So that was Mrs. No Flesh. Okay, so Devin, I
Yes.
want you to because we're gonna wrap this up, but just kind of give me sum it up. Um,
All right.
when you heard the audio of Jaguar talking to her son like that, I want to know what emotions did you feel and how can she be better? And let me before we do that, listening to that audio, are you pleased with how she carried that conversation? Jaguar and her son?
As a friend of Jaguar, I'm as a friend of Jaguars, I'm going to be honest and sincere because I have an individual in my family who is also autistic. I I I I I honest okay. Number one, I didn't no, I didn't like how that was handled. Number two, I feel that empathetically, I feel that it could have been the emotional state in that phone call. I feel it could have been um the I feel it could have been handled better
Yeah,
with
but Sam Jr. He's not autistic.
I was
say,
just thinking that.
Yeah,
say
he's not.
oh, oh okay. I'm confused. Go ahead.
I would like to say during that conversation, I heard
Mm-hmm.
that Jag was feeling betrayed because content creators went behind her back to go get an interview with her son
Uh
and just to
huh.
find out information about whatever son was going through and how he felt. And he brought that up to light about the being abused. So I wasn't there in relationships. I mean, in Jack relationship are throughout her whole life to see all the shit she's talking about. So what can I say? Who am I to tell mother how to talk to their child? She
Right.
didn't cuss at him. She was just expressing herself on how she felt and what these people are trying to do to her, and they're putting her child in the middle of it.
I I don't I don't think the person that recorded that conversation shouldn't have recorded it in the first place. I
No,
don't
I don't think he should have put it out. If
right.
Dag asked him to do something, he had every choice to say no. I don't want to do it, but he did it.
Right.
All that they broke up.
That's what I just said.
Yeah,
That yeah.
he put the conversation out. You know,
Right.
everything he
They're
wanted to.
saying that this recording was done by Jack and at her request. I'm
Yeah,
just not understanding. Y'all figure riddle me this. What type of I mean, what type of person or an adult or a parent sits and say record this call and then goes on the phone and go in on her son? That was not a polite call. That
It
was not
it
a polite call
it
at
really
all.
wasn't. It
It
really
it
wasn't.
was it gave me let me call and let me get my rocks off. Can we all agree to that? I mean, you can like her, but
Uh
call a spade a spade. And I think that's where everybody is looking for. Everybody to be around to be accountable. If you see something wrong, you got to say something. Y'all doing that same shit that they was doing when Puff Daddy was allegedly at those parties, and we had all these goddamn grown ass people around that knew what the hell they was doing, but couldn't make the right decision.
Jack felt like she was being lied on, like
Hold
the
on.
situation that they said
Hold
didn't happen.
on, give me just 1 second, you guys. Can y'all hit the damn cash app? A girl needs a cash app. I might need to run down to the store to look or so. Okay. Yeah, in my judge's role. We'll be right back. All right, we just had to have a little intermission right quick. Now I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna just say this because I see the chat. I see how you all are feeling. And we brought Ayasha up here to have a conversation. So I wanted to be fair. But Ayasha, the crowd is saying, you
They
pretty much,
love me. I see they
huh?
love me.
Yeah, they're saying that you're deflecting, but this is my thing. Jag is putting her child in the middle of all this. So let's just be clear. Ain't nobody brought him in. She introduced us to him. And then this is the thing. Jag, she records everyone and posts it. So I'm saying these things so you guys can take a mental note. It's Jag's choices that has got us here this day right now. And it seems like, the people are saying from the comments, Ayasha, you're making it about what other people did to Jag instead of just kind of focusing and tuning in to what she's doing to others. And I think that's where we are.
So can
Like
I
I
ask you a
said,
question, Queen Tosa?
uh,
We say that Jaguar Wright brung her son in this, but recently, who brung her son back into this?
well, her boyfriend that she was laying down with.
We talking about before the audio call, because that's where the audio call stemmed from. Do you understand? From the interview that he did with Sean Davy Way. That's where this is stemming from. So she's just reflecting on that conversation that was said on coffee. She's
But
asking him.
But this is what I want to know. Why would we want our partner or whoever we're dealing with to record a phone call between my son and myself? And it just seemed like they lined him up. You see how they're lining her up on YouTube? It seemed like she lined him up to go in on him. And then what was he going to do? This is the I mean, no matter how old he is, he's still her child, right? And who wants to just disrespect their mother? That boy is very smart, intelligent, very respectful. I think he has I ain't gonna say I think he's got more sense than her.
I feel like he had a lot more to say in that recording that he could have got off his chest. And I
Yeah,
do feel like Jag was frustrated. I feel like she was very, very frustrated at what she heard. And she just wanted him to be honest about things. Not saying that he wasn't, but she felt like she wanted him to be more honest.
But
Um,
people say if Jack had not introduced her son to Sean and them and exchanging numbers and things like that, he didn't have to defend himself. He was telling us, like with the whole interview and all that, if Jack did not bring him in, then he wouldn't have had no room to interview with Sean or this or that or this person or that person. He was brought in. He was brought in. Oh, we have a new member, Miss Dovey. How are you doing, my love? You guys make sure you get over and follow Miss Dovey. She is the Scooter Crew, and I welcome all of our Scooter family to roll right on in. Y'all drop your scooters down there for Miss Dovey. We'll be right back. Thank you all so much for supporting Queen Tulsa, the show, whether it's a like, a share, a subscribe, a Cash App, a PayPal, or a Zelle. Thank you for coming by and watching the show. And this is your commercial for being acknowledged for just being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Without you, who would be watching? Thank you for tuning in. All right. So right back to you guys. What were you saying?
Around the time that Jaguar went to jail, Sean Davy Way had access to her son. So he was communicating with her son as well as her mother. They were all communicating with her family still. Now, once she got out, they went their separate ways. He went with his father and she went with the sister. Of course, she's not going to have no more access to her children, but they do. So they're calling, checking up on him, sending him cash apps, getting whatever questions they need to fuel their fire out of her son.
right.
So they brought him back into this. Didn't nobody tell them to go have an interview with her son?
But let's just say this, he didn't need to defend himself on Sean's if Jag didn't drag him into this in the first place. So,
Well,
like I said,
when you say in the first place, what do you mean? Like What, like when? Around the Tasha K interview?
Well, no, I mean Sam has been very visible. I mean, she's had him on the phone. Uh, I mean, she's had him on lives and things like that. But my thing is, why would she open up a portal
Hold on, love. Hold on. Go ahead. I'm listening.
if she knows what YouTube is about? If she knows that people be doxing and things on here, why would she drag her son in online or even make him accessible to other creators for them to have to go have access to even get a damn interview or any type of information that you don't want out? Why would she open up that gate? Is what I'm saying.
I feel
If
like it's a party
she's so
situation.
smart,
Like her husband brung him
why would
into
she add her
it.
son onto it?
I don't
I'm
think
sorry.
she was the only one who brung her son into it. I feel like her husband had brung him into it too. But go ahead, Devin. Go ahead. You speak.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Devin.
Yes.
Okay, what were you going to say on the situation, hon?
Um, I I think that was pretty much all I had to say. Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, we're going to actually conclude this broadcast and then we'll come back a little bit later. But we are not going to just be hanging it up with this case. This is going to be ongoing and we want some accountability and
Okay.
hopefully
I got you. I got you right now. I got somebody special for you who wants to tap in. Let me just forward. I'm about to forward Jack the link.
okay.
I feel like everybody needs to take accountability in this situation, not just Jaguar.
Indeed.
Everybody needs to come to a platform to where they could communicate and not be yelled at and no one's being cussed out and talked about bad just because they're sticking up. Like, okay, if you guys have your mind, let me have my mind.
Right. Mine too.
And thank you, Devin. And like I said, individuals with disabilities, you are more than welcome here. We don't want to. I don't look at you as no disability. You just a regular person, and you just coming over here. You come here as you are. Come, roll up, pull up, however you gonna do it. You always
Thank you.
You got a permanent parking spot over here, sweetheart. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. You're always welcome, my babe. Did she get it, hon?
Yeah, she got it. She got it. She do cuss out people all the time. I agree. She do.
Yeah. I already told Jaguar from day one.
Is that Miss Booty?
I accept her for who she is, what she is, and how she carries herself.
Mm-hmm.
You know that's how we feel it. That's how we Philadelphians are. You know what I mean? Either either you take us as we are or leave us alone. I mean, it's just that simple.
I mean, that's in
Okay.
life, period,
We'll
though.
say this. We'll say this. When she comes over here, we have order, we have rules and things like that. We want it to be effective,
Yes.
but we're gonna have to have some order and we're all gonna be effective. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
let's go ahead and pray to Jesus. Please fix it. Give us the tools. To
I say this. Devin in the chat said, if you love someone, you tell them the truth and hold them accountable. Not this. I agree. So if that's the case, if Sip loved Jag in that moment, he should have told her the truth and not allowed her to record that conversation, period.
Exactly. Why would he do something like that?
Even if she asked, he should have sat there and told his woman, no, I don't think that's a good idea. But guess whose phone it was in? It was in his phone, and he released the recording. So hold his ass accountable.
There you go. Since he didn't want to stick up for me when people on Cat Channel was attacking me. Shoot. I still don't think that was right, but that's just me.
Oh, somebody throwing addresses in the chat, huh?
Wait a minute.
Miss Tim, that's the work address anyway, but
No. Don't do that, y'all. Please don't.
yeah, they already did it.
Who did it? Okay, hold on. Damn it.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was,
Please delete that.
what was it? What's their name?
Tammy.
You said Tammy Ayasha?
Yep.
Oh
Tammy in the
wow.
chat. And this is what I'm talking about right here. Y'all
Yo,
about this one woman, like this one woman. What y'all do in y'all daily lives? What do y'all sisters, your auntie, your cousin, your best friends? What do y'all do? Do y'all hold your friends accountable? What do you do?
girl, I'm not finding it. Y'all, please don't do that. We don't do that over here.
Right.
Look on
Don't.
look on your StreamYard. I don't know if you'll see it on your StreamYard in the back.
That's not necessary to be throwing addies in the chat. Like, come on, man.
Oh, okay. Okay. I just banned them.
Good.
That's what we're not gonna do. Like we move with some integrity around here. We're not trying to do that. Now we're working on a case and we're dissecting and doing all that, then yeah, we'll bring it to the forefront. Um let's just say this. I'm not really sure what's taking Miss Jaguar so long, but if she's willing to come on, I'll come back a little bit later and we can have that conversation. But I think that we are getting somewhere. We're still open and we're having a conversation of what do we do next? You know, what do we do next? Okay, we got Jag in the back. You want your cam on or off? Okay. How are you?
Oh well, I'm busy.
Hey, Jack.
Hey Devin, how are you? Hey Ayasha. I'm
I'm
sorry.
good.
I did a live this morning and I'm getting about my business and getting about my day. And then I come to find out that people are now attacking everyone that's mod squad. People are now dropping an address in the chat. Why drop it in the chat? Just come. Like
Mm.
I'm inviting every last one of you. Don't you've been calling me. I've had to keep my phone on do not disturb for the past hour and a half because you keep calling me telling me that you want me to die. And I keep telling you that's not going to happen. But you're more than welcome to come over. I'm making
It
steak
sure
and eggs this morning.
it sure ain't.
I'm making steak and eggs this morning. How would you like your meat for your last meal? Because anybody that comes here, the only thing you're getting served is your last meal. Come on. Everybody's been alerted. Everyone knows. And my security team is very, 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 very ready. Come through. Don't drop it in the chat. Just come on. Okay? We'll just make it that simple. And you want to talk about doxing Kiapra? Here's doxing Kiapra. 6126 South Woodlawn Avenue, Chicago, Illinois. 60637. That's doxing. The only reason I asked Kiapra to make that recording because I was out in the street handling business when my son called. I asked him to record it for me and to send it to me so I could have it for my records. Kiapra never gave me the phone call. He never emailed it. He kept it, which is when I knew he was on some bullshit. Because the truth is, I've been on the Kiara for the past 6 weeks. I guess y'all pussies is just mad that I'm a great actress. Doesn't mean that I don't love him. I do. Doesn't mean that he doesn't love me, because he does. He's just a fucking idiot. And he might not have learned how to treat me when we were together. But I guarantee you he's gonna learn how to fucking treat me now. Anything else y'all pussies wanna say?
Okay, so
Or
the
you can
people
go,
want to
or you can
know.
go, or you can go over to 6126 South Woodlawn Avenue and you can ask Kiara yourself. He home. He changed his work schedule. He don't work on Mondays. He don't go back into work until what, 3:30 a.m. tomorrow. He ain't doing shit but sitting at home playing video games, listening to Caddy and fucking Patty fucking give him bad advice. My son
That's it.
did not give you. My son didn't give you consent to record him, Kiara. That makes that recording illegal. I told y'all. Now you want to dox addresses because y'all niggas is mad that you ain't go to fucking Universal Studios? You corny.
Yep, they
Okay,
blew
so
their
Jag,
opportunity.
just if we cannot dox nobody over here, I know you upset with
Right.
your boo.
No,
I know
this
you're
isn't
upset.
about being upset with my boo. These pussies just sat here and thought they was doing something by doxing my address in the chat. So I invited them over. And if they got any questions they want to ask Kiara Henderson, Kiara Demontre Henderson, they can go ask him. We want to play, let's play. I'm not a game. I thought I was homeless. How the fuck I got an address? I thought y'all got the address. She told you what it is. You need to check the fucking neighborhood. Don't nothing but motherfucking rich motherfuckers live over here. But I'm homeless though. Y'all pussies is retarded. Keep playing.
But let me just say this. In all actuality, with this dude coming out and saying what he's saying that you're out there, selling yourself. And
Who said
how did
that?
you get caught up with
Who said I was selling myself?
Sip said that
Really?
you
When did he
using
say that?
you using plenty of fish.
I don't use plenty of fish, and I haven't been on POF since I left OK Cupid back in 2013. The profiles ain't even in my real name. My girlfriends made it for me when I broke up with my ex-fiance, Justin Ridgway. Like, and what? Now I'm a prostitute because you a prostitute? Because you a fucking hoe? Sorry, baby. That ain't me. I'm a pimp. And I pimped you.
Okay,
Did not.
speaking of pimp, so you were on a call with your son and it leaked. Was that content, or is that just how you talk to him?
Number one, what everybody wasn't paying attention to, and they need to go back and listen to that recording. They need to listen to the manner in which my son was speaking, how he couldn't answer questions. Want to know why? Because if you listen closely enough and you block out the noise, you can hear my ex-husband telling him what to say. See, I know my son and I know my ex-husband. Y'all don't. That recording was for me to send to the private investigator that I have investigating my ex-husband currently right now. He's being watched and my son is being watched. See, none of this shit is any of y'all motherfuckers' business. It's not.
And that's why I say
He's over there pressuring him. I already have confirmation that the Roots were the ones who handled the payment from Jay-Z to pay off his doctor's bills for his heart surgery that he couldn't afford, which is why he threw my son out the last time.
But you've been
Well,
saying
Jack.
this. Like, you've been
Well,
saying
listen,
this.
Jack.
They don't fucking
Someone.
care. No, they don't fucking care. Just like they don't want to go through and look at all the court records of all of the frivolous motherfucking documents that pussy has been filing on behalf of the Roots to keep me sidelined for Jay-Z. Like, if y'all don't want to believe that we was in the Illuminati, that's fine. Do me a favor. Stop having opinions about it.
I
Well,
I
listen.
believe it. I believe it.
What do you
Like,
say
if
to
y'all
people
don't want to
that are
accept the
saying?
truth,
What
then
do
just
you?
mind your fucking business and move on. But y'all need to stop this shit. Who the fuck's coming over for breakfast? I'm sharpening my knives. Who wants their last supper today?
Okay, so listen. What do you say to people saying that you're deflecting when I'm asking you about the Sam Jr. call?
Why do I need to deflect? I already said what it is. I'm sorry that you don't like what I'm saying. It's the truth. I'm sorry that you have a hard time accepting the truth, but it's the truth. And I'm not gonna keep sitting here fucking going over this bullshit with you motherfuckers. You fucking pussies are a piece of fucking shit. Cat ain't nothing but a fucking whore. Running by online, getting over on her father's name. She's an embarrassment. I done spoke to some people who knew her father. I went and did my work. Don't nobody really fuck with her. They just tolerate her because it would look bad for them not to support her because she Moose Man daughter. Ain't nobody fucking with that bitch. She a fucking clown. She a clown ass whore that likes running niggas around and fucking getting people to do shit for her while she fucking drunk off her ass. I'm not fucking answering shit. Just like I ain't answering about no motherfucking emails. I said I didn't believe them. It shouldn't have been a fucking issue. Only
Right.
hit dogs holler. Only
Mhm.
hit dogs holler. But clearly, I was wrong. I should have believed it because they're fucking accomplices who get around living on their fucking penis and shit. And they fucking pussy and shit. Those are the prostitutes. Kiapra told me very plainly he thought that he should get paid for his penis services. And I told him, I don't pay for dick. But if we're in a relationship, of course I'll provide for you. That's what I do. I've always been that way.
Right.
I'm not selfish. And guess what? That pussy jumped right into relationship mode, and I started paying his bills from there. While we were supposed to be stacking up money to get the house. Y'all want to ask Kiapra something? Ask him about Jeremiah. Ask Kiapra who the fuck Jeremiah is.
Jag,
What?
I have a question for you, goddess.
Yeah, honey.
Can you okay, what would you say to the people that tell you what would you say to the people that tell you you don't have any connection to Philadelphia?
I would say go and speak to somebody that's actually from Philadelphia. I find it funny that the very motherfuckers that say I'm not from Philadelphia are the motherfuckers that ain't from fucking Philadelphia. And the few motherfuckers that are from Philadelphia are fucking nobodies, and I'm a goddamn legend.
Right.
If I was a fucking nobody in Philadelphia, why is Gilly fucking quiet as shit and Wallow ain't doing nothing?
Trust me, I know you from that era because I know somebody who you know I know from that era too.
Like
I,
it's corny. It's corny. At this point in time, all of this fucking shit is corny. I am not gonna waste my time any longer debunking lies. You don't
Right.
believe I know who I know. You don't believe I am who I am. That's fine. You keep on not believe it. That's fine. We'll just show you.
Right.
I already showed and proved that I'm from Philly. I put a whole video up showing where
I
I
went
lived
to
at.
William Penn High School. The high school doesn't exist anymore, but the records do. I went to William Penn High School. You don't go to William Penn High School unless you lived in Philadelphia.
Right, and
Okay.
I
So,
and
Jack,
I
what is your current relationship with Sam Jr. now?
He's my son and I love him. Whenever he's ready to come home, he can. Which is exactly what I told him. But as long as he fucking with the Sluminati, I can't have no parts of it. What the fuck don't y'all understand about that? My ex-husband in the Sluminati. Right now, he's manipulating and controlling my son on behalf of the Illuminati. He's a
If you
21
don't,
going on 20. No, he's a 21 going on 22-year-old grown ass fucking man that's 6'3.5" with a fucking mustache and a beard. If that nigga choose to stay with the Illuminati, what I'm supposed to do?
And if I may
And he can
add,
come home whenever he want, but I ain't fucking with no Illuminati.
if I may add, Jaguar,
How
we
about you
already
get a job, Marsha? Why the fuck do you pussies keep saying get a job when I own a business? Several.
y'all go to a job every day and hate it.
I just fucking played a song
Exactly.
on my live this morning. No, I just played a song on my live this morning that I wrote in on behalf of this fucked up YouTube situationship with fucking this fucking sip bitch. Fucking song is a goddamn hit. An old executive from LA, from fucking LaFace Records, sat in the studio with us and listened to it and said, that's a hit. A man who was working at LaFace before Babyface was working at LaFace. Before it was LaFace. And he said it's a hit. Who the fuck's opinion you think I'm gonna listen to, his or yours? Y'all niggas ain't shit. Y'all niggas a bunch of fucking weirdos. No, y'all niggas a bunch of fucking weirdos.
Right on,
Y'all
Jack.
want to ask? Y'all want to say some shit? Go ask motherfucking Kiopera Demontre Henderson who the fuck Jeremiah Henderson is. Ask him who fucking Jeremiah Henderson is.
So let me ask you this, Jack. So is there any proof that he's an Illuminati?
You know what? You can say lies all you want, bitch. Just because you say it don't make it true. If you think it's lies, then why are you here? Leave. Because I don't sit around and waste my time listening to lies. That's why I don't know most of the fucking content y'all put out. I don't watch lies. That's why people got to send me timestamp. I don't engage in lies. So why the fuck are you here? Do y'all not see how retarded y'all sound?
So let me ask you again.
I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. Die, go away. But I'm gonna keep watching you every day until you do. I'm gonna keep talking about you every day until you do. Like, you niggas is weird. You're fucking dick riding, cock sucking pieces of shit.
I got
every
you,
last
sis.
one of you wanna be me. So go fuck off. You don't like it, then leave.
Okay, I got it. So is there any proof that of the Illuminati?
Of course there is.
Yes.
Okay, so
And anybody that's got to ask, and anybody that's got to ask clearly does not want to accept the fact that the freak off and the Diddy and all of that is real and it's Illuminati. How many fucking witnesses does it take to get y'all motherfuckers to acknowledge that this shit is real?
Jaguar.
Yeah.
I want to say something on your behalf, Goddess.
Okay.
Do y'all remember? It's an old video, and I know you're not with the man anymore, but I'm just going by what I remember. I have photographic memory.
My bad.
Okay. I have photographic memory. Okay.
I know.
But do y'all remember the video when Jag and Goomba was in Texas? There was a video of her when they was trying to get home, and there was like 3-4 black cars following them. They was trying to put a hit out on Jag. Yes, the Illuminati's real.
Okay, let's go ahead and bring it. Let's bring it back. I want to know about the Illuminati with her son and her son's father, not P. Diddy.
I'm telling you, me and my ex-husband took the oath. I left. He stayed. And they used him to manipulate my life by using my son. It's been going on for decades. I don't understand.
I don't understand why they can't comprehend that.
It's all public record.
Right.
Why do I have to keep explaining What's
And
come
you
with
know,
good?
Well, I want to know. I want to know what your experience was with it. Like, I mean, I need details. Like, who was following
Oh,
him? Who
honey,
was
that's
he?
an interview, and you ain't paid me. If you want to have an interview about the Illuminati, we can. You're gonna pay me for
moving
that. I ain't giving that to nobody for free.
moving quietly, stay moving quietly, and stop saying my name. Matter of fact, say my name as much as y'all all say my name. Chant my name, because that's what y'all doing right now. Say it. Keep saying it.
And I want to say something too. For those of y'all calling me Sip, y'all damn sure making a handicapped nigga popular. Thank you.
I know. You getting any new subscribers yet, Devin?
Well, it kind of feels like
No.
it kind of
whatever name y'all want.
feels like you're saying y'all are not an answer. You ain't answering it, Jag. I'm talking about your affiliation with the Illuminati, with
And like
your
I
husband.
said, that's an interview, motherfucker. And if you want to get that information, you'll pay me.
She's been saying it.
How many fucking
Right.
times do I gotta say that?
Right, she said it.
I don't think.
Okay, unfortunately, we don't run that type of show over here. Y'all can check back with me later. I don't do the disrespect. I think it's so pathetic. I've been nothing but kind and nice to everybody, and let's just try this a little bit later. I want to leave it on a good note. I don't want to get into it with nobody, but that right there, the disrespecting stuff and cussing me out, I don't do that. I love you all, but yeah, we not that pressed for an interview, you know. Thank you to everybody that came through and supported. We tried to do this equal and fairly so everybody can have a voice, but people getting out of hand and they disrespecting. I don't even let my kids disrespect me. We can have an adult conversation and we can talk with respect, but all that disrespecting, that becomes childish. And that's just not a place that I'm in. I have non-negotiables. I said that we will have a conversation, but we won't be disrespectful to people. And I think that I held my end of the bargain up, and I was respectful to everybody. Y'all, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Please don't. This is about Sam Jr. I wanted to bring awareness. I'm just trying to do something positive for the community. Right? So on that note, I'm just going to head on about a year. I love you all. Have a great day on purpose. Until next time, so long. Shout out to our squad that held it down today. Anybody that donated, supported, liked, shared, subscribed, we appreciate you. We have great content coming to you soon. Make sure you tune in with us sometime today as we review Married to Medicine, and catch us Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. for Coffee Talk. It's at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right. Peace. DJ, crank that music up and take us out. And thank you for not parking on the lawn.